I fucking love that little echo Brian does. He like comes back around. It's like yeah.
He does the backup vocals.
Huh?
Drive by.
The year by. What is
Bienvenido, mi
good?
gente.
One and all. Get us going. I'm trying to get this light on. These lights are booty.
So while lamplighter.
Nah, I had one on. I'm trying to get the second one on now.
You better go into darkness again.
I know. I don't know what's with me and darkness.
Episodes back to back.
Darkness.
Ah, the darkness is my ally. Oh, there we go. Ah, there you go. He listened to me.
We got
Don't
light now.
smack it, you.
Yeah, literally, he's like, oh, listen, he smacks and he fucking breaks it.
Breaks it, shatters into a million pieces.
It's
Oh,
awful.
there's a third one. Oh, my
That's
God.
another one. Oh.
There's four of them. So
All right, let's start this.
Guys, we
We're
already
keeping all
started.
this in here. We're keeping all this in here.
Bienvenido, mi gente.
We didn't even do the intros yet.
I haven't even done the intros yet. And guys, I hope you have a SAP function for your iPhone or Android or computer. Because
What's a SAP function?
What's that
You may
function,
ask.
Mark?
No, I know what that is. I know what it is.
Mark, I'm
asking
glad
for
you
the-
asked.
Hi, Mark.
A SAP function.
SAP function is for those who speak Spanish.
Boom.
So if
Wow, that's a nice
yeah.
definition.
Yeah, that's all I got to say there. But bienvenido, mi gente, a otro episodio de Relajándose con Vilanos. Si se olvidaron,
Con vilanos.
¿quién te habla? Es el marrón Steve Jobs mezclado con Steve Austin. Miran mis obras. Todos los poderosos y los desesperados. Yo soy Ozymandias. Aquí con nosotros, como siempre, el diplomático. Vivo y directo de la zona de fantasma. El gustoso del barrio perdido. Fundador de los Avengers. El príncipe payaso. De lo mío que lo que. Estamos aquí. Junior, dímelo.
What's going on? I got the fourth light on. Proceed.
Y también con nosotros, en la pista, nuestro correspondiente de Star Wars.
Hey, yeah. Got a new title.
I
Vivo
bring
y-
my phone back.
el único mutante en Westchester que azota ese M3, ya tú sabes, ganador del premio Oscar de mejor extra en una película, trabajando 14,605 horas a la semana. Magnito, Dios mío, ¿cuándo es que trabaja ese tipo, man? Magnito, what's good?
That was good.
Oh, man.
Y visitándonos del carajo land de New Jersey.
Carajo.
¿De
That's
dónde tú
fucked up.
eres, Mark? ¿De dónde tú eres? Déjame ver. De Monroe, New Jersey.
Hey.
Nos está visitando nosotros.
That
El
sound
presidente de los Boston Celtics. Correspondiente de DC. Rey de Gulag. Y Tsushima. No te enfrentes con él. Te lo aviso. No te enfrentes con él en el Gulag. ¿Ok? Mi hermano Boricua. Mi rival en debate. Zoom. Episode 75 was cracking.
was good, y'all.
Hey,
Back at it
I
again.
basically just said is Ozymandias, Clown Prince, Magneto, and Zoom in your ear once again. It was good.
If you don't know, now you know.
Exactly.
But what's up, y'all? So we're gonna have a guest today by the name of Anthony Giovanni Elias. I hope that's how you pronounce his last name.
Anthony
Elias.
Oh, Anthony Giovanni Elias.
It's Elias, right? I guess we'll ask him when he comes on, but but yes, he is an actor / stunt coordinator. So yeah, y'all enjoy the show.
We're recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he got the Justice League in the back.
That's lit. Very lit.
It's very lit.
Yo, he looks like Dan.
Yo, what's going on?
man.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's
What's
up?
up? Thank you for not being shy. Off rip, just breaking the ice.
Hey, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
man.
And shade.
Yeah, I was reading. You're originally from the Bronx, right?
Born and raised, brother.
There you go. So we're gonna get along just fine. We're gonna get along just fine.
Awesome.
Wait, what hospital were you born in the Bronx?
My
I
God.
was born in Montefiore Hospital.
Yeah. Wait, the one at 233rd?
Yes, dude.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh no.
Wait, how old are you?
Do y'all two just want to have a date? Or we kind of just.
Bronx
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Oh yeah, this will be a separate show.
Exactly.
Awesome, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. And to answer your question, I'm 27.
Ariel, how old are you?
27.
Wow.
92 in here.
Wait, when's your birthday?
July 3rd.
Oh,
Ariel's birthday is not July.
October 1st. Well, it's all good. OVO.
Actually, what's your social security?
I just want to see if mine matches. Okay, I don't know.
Identity theft is a thing now. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
chill,
awesome,
got
man.
frauded last week.
All right.
So yeah, dude, you could curse as much as you like. You can have a beer if you want. You can achieve something if you want. Completely your choice.
Oh.
We don't care. Everything is off limits.
It's all good, bro. It's just if you do heroin, no podemos
That's where we
that's
where we cut the line. That's where we cut the line.
We've had a few people try to do it on the show.
Exactly, because like they lean
I'm
over.
just kidding.
They lean over. We can't wake you up from here because we're not in front of you. So.
Yo, bro.
So we don't want to be liable for that kind of shit, you know. Word, bro.
We're kidding about this being a raw conversation.
We were literally talking about anal before you came on.
Oh God.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You talking
Woo!
Nobody was
We
talking about
started
that. I don't know
early
who-
here, guys. Welcome.
Anyway.
Wait, my bad, guys. That was a different podcast I was on 5 minutes ago.
All right.
Ariel, whenever you're ready.
Yeah,
I think the ice is broken.
Yeah, I think the ice is broken already.
That's
So,
fine.
welcome everyone. Episode 75 with Chillin with Villains. And here chilling with us today is Anthony Elias, stunt coordinator, stunt performer, bodyguard. I don't know, resume keeps going. Martial artist, actor. Keep throwing them at me.
I mean, you pretty much got it.
And all Bronxite as well. So shout out to BX. BX is
Bronxite.
in the building and full
BX
effect.
is for the
We
first. Eunice is not from the BX. Fuck Eunice. So yeah.
Who
Our
is Eunice,
first-
bro?
Every episode we have to insult this guy.
Bronx is in the building. That's
shit.
the
It went
first
from
time
Charlie
we
to
could say that.
Eunice.
I know, right? It's the first time we could say that about a guest. The BX is in the house.
For real.
Very true.
No, Eunice is awesome, man. I love that dude.
Oh yeah. He's
Yeah,
all right.
you're always resharing his posts. I'm like, oh, okay, so like,
Oh, heck yeah, man. I mean, I share with what I agree with.
there you
Exactly.
go.
I'll leave it there.
But yeah, man, what's going on? So tell us, I know we introduced you, but introduce yourself. What did we miss? What more more information you wanna add to your resume?
Well, okay. So, for those that don't know me, my name is Anthony Giovanni Elias.
I knew it was Elias.
Yeah. Oh no, people screw that name up all the time. Elias, Elias, and I mean, Elias. Yeah, I guess if you were to say it in Spanish, then that's right. That's correct. But I'm an actor, fight choreographer, martial artist. And yes, I've stunt coordinated quite a few projects. I've been in the movie business for the past 10 years now. And yeah, man, still going at it strong. Been practicing martial arts for the past 20. Yeah, man, growing up in New York, my mom definitely wanted to keep me out of the streets. And so to do that, she definitely kept me inside the dojo.
Damn.
Yeah, shout out to the moms, bro. That's lit.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Wait, so you started when you were 20, you said?
No, so I've been doing martial arts for the past 20 years. So I have actually
20 years. I was like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. You start young as shit, right?
Yeah.
There'll be like 3-year-olds like with their little white belt, just like kicking, like punching, like
Yo, he's
Like,
already
but-
some
But
cocky.
before you know it, when they're fucking 18, they're whooping, like they can defend themselves whenever needed.
No, they
and
can
like
defend themselves even earlier than that, dude.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying like after starting at 3 years old and now you're fucking 18, like you remember that shit.
Oh no, absolutely, man. I mean, I when I first initially started, I was 7 years old. I started in Tiger Showman's karate.
Tiger Showman's, let's go.
Yeah, so you know about that. Okay. Tiger Showman's karate.
Never been to it, but I always seen it. I was like,
commercials.
You've always seen the commercials, man, for sure. That was like the freaking like martial arts school, like back in New York.
It's like the only martial arts school ever, right? That one location, it's like, oh, that's it. Like, I've never learned anywhere else.
That one location back in Yonkers. Yep.
That's crazy.
Shout out to the YO.
Yeah, shout out to YO.
And so I started with that. I did that for a little bit. And then I had stopped for quite some time. And then at 10 years old, I started studying Muay Thai and did that for years. And then went on to capoeira, taekwondo, judo, Filipino Kali. I'm now studying Koshindo, which is a form of jiu-jitsu. Yeah, man, still training.
So you can whoop all of our asses.
What the fuck? This nigga is a fucking Martial. He's a Mortal Kombat character. Get out of here, bro.
He's a Mortal Kombat character. Finish him.
Hey.
Anthony, like,
that is
amazing. Nah, your finish is just slicking your hair back and just like tossing it like.
Yo, I swear to God, that would be part of my finisher. I swear, just like.
Just like
that's the end of it. That's the end of it.
That's it.
Johnny
it has no effect. Yeah, it has no effect on the opponent. The opponent's just like mesmerized. They're like,
right? Exactly.
They're just groggy and they're like, oh, I got this great hair.
Dude, that is fucking impressive. So I can imagine that takes a hard toll on your body though. Like always just fucking hitting the mat, like sparring and like. So is your martial arts aspect, is that what kind of got you into doing like stunt coordinating and doing stunts in the first place, or how did that come about?
As a matter of fact, yes. So long story short, it started when I was back in high school. I was doing TV production, and there was a student there who I was friends with for a good minute now, and this was in my junior year. So he knew me as a martial artist and a couple other friends of mine, and they were saying that they needed to shoot this little, high school commercial for the opening announcements, and they kind of wanted to make a joke out of it. It was their school project.
What school did you go to, if you don't mind me asking? What high school?
So I was in I was down here in Florida. I went to Colonial High School.
Okay. So it's not New York. It's okay.
No, yeah. Gonna have to get into some Catholic school beef again.
The only high school I went to in New York was Riverside High School back in Yonkers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, okay.
Yeah, everybody's like, I don't want no smoke with the public school kids.
Exactly. So it started with that, and that's when I kind of knew that I had the passion for filmmaking, or at least stunts, martial arts and stuff.
Right.
And then it carried on from there. And then so fast forwarding to after I graduated, I had no idea what I really wanted to do in my life. As a matter of fact, I was actually just telling Karan about this, the Nice Cast.
Shout out the Nice Cast.
Yeah, de lo mío.
I love that dude.
Wait, so did y'all know each other like personally, like face to face? Because he's from Florida, right? Oh, because he's also from Florida. That's why.
We know each other online, but we're talking about it, man. We're definitely gonna grab a beer one of these days.
There you go.
Yeah, look at us haters from New York. Must be nice.
So fast forward to after I graduated high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. I was just telling Karan this story that, as a matter of fact, it was a family tradition, kind of. Me actually up and join the military, because like literally almost everyone in my family is in the military.
Wow.
And I was that close to doing it. It literally came down to just signing a couple of documents. I already passed the PT tests and everything, ASVAB. And then that's when I kind of, snapped and like, I didn't really want to do that. Because also by that time, I kind of had, not to go too into detail, I kind of gave my own opinion, about our government and what it is to fight for and blah, 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 and all that. So anyways, I really had a passion for filmmaking. And of course, that definitely made my parents very upset.
I was just about to ask. I was like, did they like kind of look at you and like,
wait,
and
hold on.
What's your background, if you don't mind me asking?
Exactly. What's your
What do you mean background?
Your heritage. Yeah. Yeah. Family
So
background.
I'm of mixed race. I have Hispanic, Native American, as a matter of fact, Middle Eastern, and European.
Wow.
All right.
That's dope. That's
I'm just
one big mutt.
So what's in this Long Island iced tea that is your body, dude?
Like I said, so Native American, I got some Puerto Rican, Dominican. I have
he don't even, he pulls out like a whole like.
He's
I swear to God, it's like a whole freaking list. So I got German, I got Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mohawk Indian, Turkish, and Lebanese.
Wow,
My
that
God.
is incredible. That is dope.
Yeah.
I need. I'm just Puerto Rican.
This is the most diverse episode ever.
You know what? I wish that was something as basic as that. Just one thing.
Nah, bro.
Nah, dude.
That's
I mean,
just a
like,
blessing,
it's
man.
awesome, yeah, because you get to learn more about like these different places and like where you come from. I think that's dope, especially the Native American portion of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, you know, as a matter of fact, that was a side that I had that has resonated with me the most. As a matter of fact, I was when I was young, I was raised by my grandparents, who are predominantly Native American, and yeah, man. So that whole culture, I was absolutely raised with.
Right.
That's amazing.
So tying that back in, right?
So just looking at me, you know, if I'm wearing like a large ass freaking tooth, or you know, all that stuff.
All
man,
for yeah. You fit.
They
Like, you
explain
look.
all that.
You look it, and that's the thing. That's the amazing part of being like either of West Indian heritage or Native American heritage or indigenous heritage in general. We all, especially the Hispanic or Latin community, has some sort of Taino mixed in with us.
Absolutely.
Even tracing back to my roots, I'm from Hispaniola, Quisqueya. That is the Native American name of where I'm from. So
Nice.
it's everybody else. That's DR or Dominican Republic or whatever. So
Right.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
It's truly an interesting thing to know that you have so much culture and heritage in your blood, and a lot of people don't really either resonate with it or understand it. Because some people are straight up Puerto Rican, and they either know nothing of their culture or are completely related to America.
They kind of just stick with you know, what they were raised with, which, you know, that's the European aspect with it, which, you know, nonetheless you resonate with that as well. I mean, because, you know, that is part of you, you know, regardless of whatever happened with our ancestors and our past and all that stuff. I mean, you know what, that was the past. It's almost weird to even say it that way too, because like
exactly
at the same time it's just like, you know, I really don't agree with what happened back then. It's terrible for but at the end of the day, it was back then. We are here now. We can't hate ourselves, you know, or our ancestry for the mistakes that our ancestors had done. So, but it's still interesting to still learn both sides and where you come from. That way, you can, you know, find a piece that you can identify yourself with, and know who you are.
That's amazing,
wow, that's deep. Drop a bomb for that. That was deep
for
as
real.
fuck.
Look at
I
that.
was like, damn.
We only like 10 minutes in. 10 minutes in, guys.
So, you still need to finish your story. So your parents didn't agree. Well, like, I was so into the story. I'm like, oh my God, what happened next?
Yeah.
Okay. So they didn't agree whatsoever. So my parents, my mom, as a matter of fact, I was raised with her, and I have a stepdad. I wasn't exactly raised by my real dad, but anyways.
Same. It's all good, bro. Tamo aquí.
Yeah. And so, so my mom wasn't exactly enthused. She was definitely up for me joining the military, especially because my older brother was very successful in the Marines. And for a good minute there, you know, he was the favorite child because of what seemed like his success in the Marines, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But nonetheless, so that's exactly what she wanted for me. She wanted me to go and travel the world, obviously make good money, go to college, and be able to live sustainably, financially. And which I wasn't even mad at. But I mean, if it wasn't something that I wanted to do and I wasn't going to be happy with, then hell no, there's no way.
What's the point, right? What's the point of living a miserable life?
Right, exactly.
Like, fuck that shit.
Because you're living for someone else in a sense, so it doesn't feel like it's yours, you know?
Exactly.
We just got deeper, man. Holy shit.
Yo, just
for Or, I
Just
mean, we're,
fucking-
I'm gonna start fucking crying, bro.
Yo, you don't remember that scene? You don't remember that scene? 22 Jump Street?
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow, get cultured, Mark. Get cultured, Mark. Damn.
And so so she was very upset, and then it took her some time to kind of digest everything, and because like I said, it just came down to just a couple of documents, signature here, initials there, and that was it.
Right.
And so I told her what it is that I wanted to do, and I wanted to get into filmmaking. And like I said, my mom's very traditional. She's like, you got to get yourself a real job, something that's realistic, blah blah blah. Movie making, that's a hobby more than anything, or if you get lucky, one of those.
Classic, yeah.
And so some time went by, and then she goes and tells me, all right, look, dude, you have 1 year.
Wow.
1 year to make something happen with this movie shit, or you're out.
Damn. Yo, shout out to your mom, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to your mom. Like, think about it. How many moms would do that though? Like in reality, like especially if like she told you like, hey, like why don't you just do the the military life and you'll be good off that, and you're just like, you know what, mom, maybe you're right. And then some moms will just leave it alone. They'll be like, okay, perfect. I got him in the right track. This is his future. But nah, she was like, you know what? Nah. I'm gonna give you a year. Like, let's see what you can do.
Yeah, and and it's awesome that you look at it that way, because I remember not too long ago, as a matter of fact, I had recently reconnected with my older brother from after a good minute, and I told him that story, and he was like, "What? I cannot believe she fucking did that."
He's like, "Yo, what the fuck? I wanted to do that shit too."
Right?
All right.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I later learned that he definitely wanted to join the military. Like that was his passion for a minute.
Oh,
and
that's awesome. Yeah.
That was a whole separate conversation. But I mean, he was pretty successful in it, and he did very well. I'm absolutely very happy for him. So she tells me, you got 1 year to go ahead and make something happen with this movie thing. And so the next thing you know, it's literally just me and a bunch of like-minded friends of mine. We're just hanging in parks and random locations with crappy ass little camcorders.
The GoPros.
Shitty choreography. And it's funny, I look back at it now, I'm like, that shit was whack. But at the time, it was freaking awesome to us.
Of course.
You gotta start somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Listen, my first film was so bad. My first
growth.
movie was so bad it got banned in Indonesia.
And,
I'm dead ass. YouTube banned my shit.
But what about our
It was
first
like-
podcast?
Yo, but right, you have to think about it like this. If you're not cringing at your first works, that means you didn't progress. You didn't move on.
Exactly.
thank you. Exactly. And so we did that for quite some time, man. And we were just uploading, stuff to YouTube, Facebook. We were doing the whole thing. And so, so shortly after that, I actually had a student from Full Sail University out here in Florida who wanted to do a documentary on stunts. And at first, he actually was going to go ahead and look for a established stunt team that had already made it, blah, blah, blah. They were doing movies, this and that. And instead, he wanted to do a rising stunt team. And at that time, too, I was actually in the process of filming my very first short film, which ended horribly. Didn't even get released. I was like, no.
Oh, wow.
This thing is trash. Like, no. It ended up turning into like freaking demo reel footage, which, it was decent footage as far as like the fight stuff goes. But it wasn't successful. But in any case, here's the kicker and poetic justice to this whole entire story. So during the filming of that documentary, I met another filmmaker in that set. His name was Andrew Dean. God bless that dude.
Shout out Andrew Dean.
Yeah, exactly. No, seriously. He gave me my very first acting role, my first lead role, and on top of that, it was my first time choreographing a bunch of fight scenes. Well, actually, not a bunch of fight scenes. It was really one big fight scene for my very first short film. And the poetic justice to it all. So my first lead film as an actor, I ended up playing a military man.
Mom, I just made both our dreams come true. Look at this movie.
Two stones, one bird, bro.
seriously,
Two
at
stones,
that
one
moment,
bird.
man, I'm like hearing Jeff Goldblum, like life finds a way.
Life
Yo,
finds a
that
way,
is
dude.
how wild is that?
That's
That is
wild.
insane. That's
Absolutely.
actually
Life is
insane.
crazy, bro.
And then after that short film, after that documentary, man, here I am 10 years later, man. And it's been one hell of a freaking ride. I've met so many awesome people, both famous and also too, in the independent industry that, I cannot wait for like some big timer somewhere to discover these people, man. And I really hope
it's kind of crazy. Yeah, we spoke not too long ago, a couple of weeks back, to an indie film director, Chris Sheffield, and like shout out to him. Like we had a great time with him as well. But it's like, you could tell he knows about his craft and he works on his craft and he's so passionate about it. Yeah, like these bigger studios need to I get it. Don't get me wrong. Like these big time directors, big time creators, like they're there for a reason. Of course, they worked hard. They had to do what they had to do, and they're great filmmakers. But studios should also, and I believe they are. Especially like Netflix. You start seeing these Netflix original movies come out, and you're like, oh, I'm not really familiar with this director. Right. And now Netflix is kind of giving them a bit more shine, and so that's a trend that we have to see keep going. Or else no one's ever going to advance. It's just going to be the same people on top all the time.
And on top of that, I'd also like to just do a round of applause because I think that stunt coordinators, stunt performers, visual effects artists, these are the guys that don't really get shine like that. I think that there should be an Oscar category for stunt performing.
Absolutely.
Because
it's not. It's really not.
There is no category.
It really isn't. No.
Like no. What?
There's no category for stunts.
In any big time award show that is televised, there's none of that. As a matter of fact, there's literally only one show which is ran by freaking stunt people.
Exactly.
I honestly I don't know per se if they're televised, but it's called the Taurus Awards, and it's
heard of those
about stunts.
I've heard of those, but that's my issue with the industry is that you guys, Quentin Tarantino made a whole movie about a fucking stunt guy.
Yeah.
Once upon a time in Hollywood. And I really appreciated the shit out of it because I really see that you guys are the real life superheroes. You guys are legit taking all the hits.
Did Brad Pitt do his own stunts in that movie?
No.
Come on, man. So then why did the stunt double star in the stunt double movie?
That's that Tarantino irony.
Oh, I gotta watch that. I haven't watched it.
I highly recommend it. But
but
man,
it's like that Wonder Woman footage with where the stunt double is there, and then it just completely switches to Gal Gadot with like visual effects. Remember?
That's movie magic, yep.
Yeah,
that's movie
crazy.
magic.
And that was literally not even her.
Yeah, no, nowadays it's crazy, man. Like now, like they've, the whole VFX thing, the technology behind all that has totally advanced. So now they just draw a bunch of dots in your face and they can literally superimpose, the actress' face onto the stunt double.
Right. But and
like
here's the thing, like in Logan,
Yeah, Logan, when he was driving, when he was whipping it in the Cadillac, that was all a stunt driver. And then they CGI'd Hugh Jackman's face on him.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all continue. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yo, don't forget to. No, but here's the thing. That regardless of that fact that it's changing everything. All this new technology, like the stunt job is always going to be around.
Yeah.
Always. Like that's never gonna fade because those are neat. Like you guys are so essential to a movie. Like if one day like you and the Stunt was like, no, like we're not doing this. Like let's get paid more, or look, we need this, we need that. Then I'm sure like they'll be like, oh, okay. I mean, you obviously know a lot more than I do, but
right. No, I mean, in a sense, I mean, okay, so especially as far as like stunts are concerned. Especially from the stunt doubling aspect of it. I mean, I've never done it. I've never doubled anyone, but I mean, necessarily. So like, for example, with Hugh Jackman driving that Cadillac in Logan, they will never let an actor do a stunt like that on his own. Like there has been very few times where very few actors like Matt Damon,
Tom Cruise.
Yo,
he's a maniac.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
Whenever I think of Tom Cruise, I think of that one scene in the Mission Impossible movie where he like jumped and where he like broke his ankle or something like that.
Yeah.
He still continued the scene or something.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, man. As a matter of fact, like that was Mission Impossible 6.
Ghost Protocol.
I read something where that he had busted his ankle. He did the scene, but then after that, he took some time to recover, and like he was so dedicated to not using a stunt double that he apparently shut down production. I think I read that somewhere, and he was like, "No,
savage."
Tom got the juice.
Like, so do you respect that? Or are you kind of like, all right, dude, like, come on, like you're making so much money. Like, can you just let a stunt guy just do his job? Or how is it? What do you feel about that?
Ooh, okay. So we're getting juicy here.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, can you guys fill me in? What just happened?
Well, we get juicy, bro. Don't worry about it.
We're talking about how Tom Cruise does his own stunts, right? And how apparently for one of the movies, like he shut down production because he was injured and they were thinking of using a stunt guy. And he was like, no, I'm doing it still. Just give me time to recover. So he shut it down. So I asked Ant, do you like respect that from an actor standpoint? Or are you kind of just like, yo, like just let a stunt double, like just let a stunt do his job, you know, like you're good.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's what I read, that he shut down production. But I mean, so as far as like the whole, whether I respect it, yes, I do. Only because, and here's the thing, more than anything, I mean, I started with doing stunt work. That's how I got into the industry. First my martial arts, then stunts, and then now I got into acting. And as someone who can perform his own action and definitely prefers to perform his own action, yes, I do. I do respect it because that means Tom is dedicated to doing everything as far as his action goes on his own without any help whatsoever.
Because it's dope to see that you're like, oh, that's actually Tom Cruise doing that. It's not
exactly.
Someone else.
And also too, he's made it this far to a point where that's now part of his brand. And that's what makes Tom Cruise until the day he retires and decides to stop doing this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's part of his brand protection. That's at least the way that I view it. If he were to do something like that now, it'll change the aspect of what people think of him. And so, I mean, don't get me wrong. There was actually at least one time where I did get stunt doubled, and that was just because I didn't know how to ride my own motorcycle at the time. I had no idea how to get on a motorcycle. What to do.
That MJ mentality. He was like, bet.
Ariel,
guess what I'm doing tomorrow.
Muted.
He's like, guess what I'm doing tomorrow. Learning how to ride a motorcycle.
Right. No, and not for nothing. It took me a bit to kind of like register that, because I was even telling the director like, like give me some time. I can go ahead and get some motorcycle lessons, blah, blah, blah. But we really did not have that time. Right. And then it took a conversation with me and my teacher. His name is Maurice Crump. Shouts out to him. He is my martial arts teacher. He is also my action teacher. He is my mentor all around. Fun fact about him, I don't know if you guys are into martial arts movies or not.
Arigato sensei.
I don't know if you guys are into martial arts movies or not, but he was in The Protector 2 with Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa is a legend.
Jaa.
Yes.
He's a fucking beast.
That's awesome.
Ong Bak, right? From Ong Bak?
Tony Jaa did Ong Bak. My teacher, he was actually the main bad guy in The Protector 2.
Wow. Dope.
Yeah. If you saw the movie, he was the character named O2. He was the guy that was like kicking Tony Jaa's ass. Like,
I know a guy named O2. Shout out to
there's only a few guys that like really don't get their ass whooped, like Jackie Chan and like Jet Li, Bruce Lee. Like the only person to me got his ass kicked was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
To me, besides Anthony, the best stunt guy in Hollywood.
Besides Anthony, Elias.
No cap is Jackie Chan, bro. This guy is one of the best physical stunt coordinator on earth.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There was a movie where he fractured his ankle or sprained his ankle, so like he had to wear a cast, and they painted his like a sneaker on his cast, and he still did the jump with the fucking cast, bro.
That was the most legendary thing. He even like went on a freaking jet ski, and he had to like surf on his own freaking broken foot on the water.
Oh,
it was
he's insane.
Barefoot on the water. That's where my respect for Jackie Chan was like, you are God.
And watching the Rush Hour bloopers too, like he.
Oh my God!
There was one where he like flipped.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the movie in general too, but like you can see like the fuck ups though. and it's like crazy. Like I saw this one fuck up where he had to like flip a table with his feet, and he
remember that.
and it hit him right in his throat. I was like, and it like whipped around, so like it was like boom.
Dude, Jackie Chan created parkour. Jackie Chan is the OG creator of parkour.
Like in his movies, parkour, really? I don't know. I feel he's the best.
I'm joking, obviously, but
he's the best at using his environment as
like everything. He will hit you with everything and anything.
He will whoop your ass with a pair of shorts.
Right.
Hey man, you can use that to tie it up and freaking strangle someone's neck.
Even like Anthony knows how to fuck you up.
Anthony knows how to fuck us up. Anything in his room right now, he's like, I can kill anybody with this couch cushion.
With this couch cushion. Say I won't.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy, man. So so who are sort of your role models, like in besides your sensei, but like in the overall movie industry?
So definitely him. Especially because before, like, as a matter of, like when I had discovered who he was, my sensei, I was just a kid and I was watching like his YouTube videos, and it was amazing to see him grow to who he is now. And started off with a bunch of training videos on YouTube, and then he made it stardom. So yeah, definitely my teacher Maurice Crump, Tony Jaa, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee. Scott Atkins.
Scott Atkins.
Oh, Scott Atkins.
Yeah.
So did you see his Bruce Wayne audition for the Batman? Dude.
You know what's crazy? Look. For a damn good minute there, before they casted Ben as freaking Batman, I swore to God, up and down, fucking Scott Atkins should have freaking played Batman, especially because 1, he's a damn good actor too, and 3, imagine Batman doing some Scott Atkins freaking moves. Like, that's insane.
Bro, but shout out to the stunt double for the warehouse scene in BVS, because that shit was
Richard Cintron he's absolutely freaking amazing. That dude is the GOAT.
Cintron, is he's lying?
It might be Italian.
I honestly don't know. I thought maybe Italian.
Because Cintron is, I met a kid named Cintron in high school. I don't know. But shout out to all those guys, man. Legit. Like Scott Atkins.
What's your favorite Scott Atkins?
Toby Kebbell, I think, too, is another one. I think. Toby Kebbell. Toby Kebbell. He does stunt work for motion capture. So like King Kong and Planet of the Apes and stuff, he does those.
Oh, that is dope. Okay.
Yeah. Brian, I know what movie you're about to say, because he's Scott Atkins is in a bunch of those martial arts movies, right? Where he's in jail.
Undisputed?
The Undisputed movies? Oh, yeah. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
When he does the turnaround kick, fakes it and kicks him with the back of his heel, bro.
Oh yeah, the freaking the damn cheat. What was it? Cheat 720, something like that, man.
Oh yeah. The cheat.
The fucking like he just put like programming in. It's like did it. Scott like what the fuck? Yo, another one who I think does all his is Michael J. White, right?
Michael J. White. Yep. He's gotten a lot better. He's gotten a whole lot better. He became more of a martial artist than an actor to me. Yeah,
but his acting has got like he played what's it called in on Arrow.
He was a Bronx Tiger.
Yes, and he did it when seasons 1 and 2 were still killing it, and they had great fight scenes. Yeah. Like he was in most of the great fight scenes because like he's just an awesome martial artist.
Wait, who?
And he played
Michael J. White. Oh, and he was the thug in The Dark Knight. It was like
the thug. He was the
Gambit.
Gambit.
Wasn't he in Undisputed too?
He was. Yeah, he was. Yeah. He wasn't Undisputed. Yep.
Oh, and he was also Spawn. Don't forget Spawn. The amazing.
Never forget Spawn. That's when I first discovered him, man.
For real?
Yeah, it was fun.
Damn,
it was pretty cool.
So, I discovered him in Spawn, and then I saw him in like Universal, and then everything after that. Universal Soldier, that's what it was.
Yeah, Universal Soldier.
It was me with Shaq. I discovered Shaq in Steel. I'm just joking. Like everyone knew who the fuck Shaq was.
I was gonna say, wait, I just registered what you said. I was like the Laker fan.
Like it's like, that actor Shaq didn't do a bad job. It's like, dude,
he plays basketball.
Dude, what are you talking about? But Nah, man, there are so many fucking greats out there. But you have your own company, right? You started up your own business.
Yeah. So it's Genesis Action Stunts is my own little
Shout out to them.
Yeah. No. Honestly, I wouldn't be anywhere, any part of where I am right now, if it wasn't for those guys. And honestly, if it wasn't for that, I would say that my teacher did not. I don't think he would have discovered me the way that he did. Mm-hmm. So there's a funny story behind that because honestly, I really owe everything to my sensei, Maurice Crump, for who I am now today. Not just as a martial artist, not just as an action performer, but definitely as a person who he helped greatly in my part of my journey to my self-development.
There's something about martial arts that's so spiritual, right? Because it's a very sacred thing, like coming out of Asia. It is an art, right? Exactly. And some people are like, oh, I'm gonna put my kids in karate. Yeah, like martial arts isn't teaching you how to fight someone, right? It's teaching you how to defend yourself in case that's necessary, and also to build a better bond and respect for yourself and for others around you. So that's what I find so fascinating about it. And yeah, drop a bomb, Ariel. We talking facts right now.
Yo, I can't hear the soundboard.
It's fine. As long as Ariel can hear it.
As long as you can hear it. I just want to make sure.
I hear it afterwards.
We'll make the final cut.
Yeah.
I'm having a blast on this side.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Thanks a lot.
No pun intended.
Right. But no, man, that's definitely, it's dope that you're saying that because it's more than just him teaching you as a sensei, it's just teaching you just life, life is fucking hard, dude. And
just life and, definitely, about the industry and, how you treat people and really understanding, understanding people and understanding the human mind and really also, this is the most important thing too, understanding words and what people say. Because one of the things actually we just had a conversation about recently is that it's true. It's true. So the mind does follow, the body does follow what the mind tells it to do.
Yeah.
And that goes as far, back as, so we just had a conversation about, my future and what it is that I want to achieve within the next 2 years. And I laugh at it, but no, it's I'm dead serious about it. So he
got that serious, right? He's like, I am super serious about my work right now. Go focus.
For example, he went and asked me, what is it that you want to succeed in the next 2 years? Where do you see yourself? And I told myself, here's how I said it the first time. Hopefully, I'm starring in a major, Hollywood picture, directed by Zack Snyder.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Directed by Zack Snyder, and being successful at it, and hopefully breaking my career. And then he was like, so. You hopefully see yourself in that future. Okay.
So like you don't really believe it. You just hoping. You're just praying.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, so loser. Sensei just starts blacking on him like, you'll never be good enough.
Okay. All right.
Chill, my guy.
This was real though. So he He was saying like, so you hopefully see yourself in that future. And I was just like, well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, hopefully that can happen. I'm like, well, this is where you need to go ahead and change your thinking, because if you really, want that for yourself, then you have to say to yourself, you do see yourself in that future.
Right.
Exactly.
Because if you say that you do see yourself in that future, that means that you are going to go ahead and make the right moves, decision, and create paths to lead yourself to that very moment.
Yes,
because life finds a way, fam.
I think it was Kobe Bryant that said this. Yo, shout out to number 24 and number 8. But there you go, baby. There you go. But he said I don't want to say it was him, but I'm pretty sure it was that he said I had to put all my eggs in one basket, right? Because if I didn't,
no plan B.
There was no plan B. So
you're committed.
This is it. Like if you don't get this, then but that flow that I'm not gonna get it isn't even in there because you're gonna get it because you've done everything. You put all your eggs in that basket to accomplish it. Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. That's the same mentality though. It's like if you keep saying, yeah, you know, I hope, I pray that in a couple of years this is gonna happen. But if you start saying no, in this year, the year 2022, this is where I'm gonna be at. This is what I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, you know, and that kind of brings that mental game that you were talking about earlier that comes from martial arts. And the brain says something, the mind follows, and then you start implementing little things here and there, which guides you to getting there.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is too, you know, one of the most important things to understand about that is that, you know, you can go ahead and go for that, and it may not happen exactly the way that you want it, but there are certain things that do happen along the way where it's just like, okay, this is about as equivalent or it's getting there. You know, so for prime examples, growing up, I'm sure we all have, I grew up watching The Rock on WWE and, watching his movies and stuff like that. And I did say to myself one day, you know, I'd love to meet him one day. Right. That very well happened. I was actually
dope. Whoa. How big is he?
That very well happened.
How fucking...
It was my first big Hollywood set. I was just there as an extra. And it was on HBO's Ballers.
I was sure he was like...
It was the pilot episode, and it was actually in the club scene, which is funny because I didn't make the cut. At least my shiny ass freaking head did. But yeah, before I started growing the hair, I actually met him that day on that set, man, and it was cool. It was cool, man. He's an awesome guy. I met him right after Hercules, so he was fucking jacked.
Yeah,
it was like insane.
Yeah, he is fucking ripped.
It's huge, bro.
And he's another one that, you know, he tells the story all the time where at one point he only had $7 in his pocket. And now look at him. He's probably the most well-known human being
right now in the world.
Ever right now, yeah. And like, look at the amount of movies and TV shows and fucking, dude, this dude does everything. Talk about an entrepreneur. That's The Rock. Yeah. Like, movies, still in the wrestling business here and there. Like, he's still Under Armour fucking has his own whiskey, right? Or tequila,
Tequila, yeah.
He's a beast, bro.
He's absolute.
It's Black Adam.
Black Adam, yeah. I mean, it's funny too. Like one of the rappers that I love has a similar story about like how you said you were like kind of given a year.
Just say it, know,
Logic. Yeah, of course. That's actually what I'm talking about. So
right, I knew.
He literally told his friends, he's like, "Yo, guys, if you put me on your back for a year, I'll just give me 1 year." And then literally almost a year to the day, he got signed to Def Jam. And then he moved out to California. He brought all his friends. He's like, "We're done. Let's go." Like,
that's crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And so do you think there has to come a point in time where it's like, you know, you're okay with a steady job, right? You're like, okay, like I'm making a good income, I'm providing. But is there a time where you're like, I have to take a risk and I have to just say fuck it and just take that, you know, not to be corny, but the whole leap of faith thing from Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. Like, just kind of like how anything, like not just that scene, right? Not just, how do I know I'm going to succeed as Spider-Man? It's just a leap of faith. It's kind of the same thing in life, right? It's a leap of faith. You just got to take it and that's it.
So absolutely, man. As a matter of fact, because of the whole concept of leap of faith, one of my biggest inspirations in the world is Sylvester Stallone, man, and just that story behind Rocky and
that's another one. That's another one.
Yeah, the hell and back that he went through to even get the first freaking movie made, and like he had to sell his dog, and then eventually years later he bought it back, and then this whole freaking jam. So yeah, no, there was a bunch of times. As a matter of fact, like literally like 10 years of my life so far, it was all about me taking risks, and like especially, you know, going through hell and back to keeping a steady job and like, you know, risking my job, a steady job to go for something that may or may not work out, or, it's, you know, in the independent industry, this is a non-paid gig, but hopefully it goes somewhere, you know, kind of thing. Yeah, man, that was all of my 10 years. I mean, I've been paid, thank God. eventually.
So relieved.
He's like, oh shit, now I'm fucking rich. Like I can't even begin to tell you, I am loaded.
Yeah, no, I mean, I live pretty decently at the moment, man. So I'm blessed.
That's awesome.
For what I have now. But yeah, no, absolutely, man. Like, I mean, between working in restaurants, warehouses, fucking scrubbing toilets, fucking freaking delivering pizza. I'm like,
I love how scrubbing toilets was like.
What? Yeah.
I love how scrubbing he's like, oh, delivering pizzas.
I just realized that.
And then he's like, oh, I'll scrub a toilet all day. Let's go.
Absolutely, man. Between also freaking being a salesman, selling lawn care, like.
Oh, that's fuck. Did you used to knock on people's doors? Was it door to door? Oh, that is the fucking
that guy was real like Voltec.
Yo, that was the fucking worst. Like, yo, don't get me wrong. Shout out to anyone listening to this that does door to door.
Nah, that
yo, y'all are the real heroes because fuck that. Straight up. Fuck that.
You guys are the real heroes that fucking succeed in that shit and do well. Like,
they're so fucking amped up, right? Like, they're like, oh, I can't wait hello. Not just ringing people's doorbells.
Shout out to my grandma.
I saw these vacuums.
Yo, shout out to my grandma who actually got convinced to buy a whole pot set by some Dominican dude that pulled up to her apartment. He's just like,
abuelita, necesitas abuelita.
Yeah. It was so funny because it was a white dude.
Walked in, she's like, it's a vase.
You like it?
It was a white dude and a Dominican dude to translate or whatever. And he's like, "Mami, see, like
that's smart,
good and stuff." And the Dominican guy was like, "Mami, mira, esto, tú sabes, está bien, está dura, and all that stuff." It's just like, mind you, I'm 7 years old, and I'm like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here!" Like, salesmen really like they go in, bro. Even for cars, dude.
Oh my god!
but wait, hold on. And what was your issue with delivering like pizza? What was so bad about it? He's like, yo, the mileage. He's like, the mileage on my car.
So look, it wasn't the idea of delivering pizza or being a salesman or working at a warehouse or working at a restaurant, whatever. Honestly, it was just the whole idea of doing something I did not want to do, and I would just so much rather focus on my build, be home, freaking getting on the internet, looking for names, looking for emails, freaking doing submissions, and just constantly 24 hours a day just grind on the very thing that I wanted to do. And that was filmmaking, acting, movies, stunts, all that stuff. That's all I ever wanted to do. And so I felt like, yeah, the money was, it was good. It was helping me get by. But at the end of the day, it did not change how I felt at the moment, man. Just that whole concept of going to a job that you don't even like, the people that you don't even freaking like working with. And that feeling of just your arms hanging so freaking low, man, and just feeling heavy and that depression just sinking in. It's just a terrible feeling. And, at the end of the day, I tell anybody who is listening to this right now, obviously do things, be smart about what it is that you're doing, especially on how you go about your passion.
And it's like, quit your job. And that's it.
No, okay, so like,
no, disclaimer.
I wouldn't
talking to us right now.
As far as like quitting your job, I mean, look, whatever is like keeping a roof over your head.
Right.
Okay, keep that going for now until you find something that's
right,
more enjoyable and that's going to be better than that.
Yeah.
But, however, don't let your freaking life get.
Don't give up.
Come to that lifestyle, and
that's what happens, right? People have dreams, and then they get comfortable where they're at because they're making decent money, they're getting by, they're able to pay their bills, and that's a good feeling when that check comes in and you're like, boom, here you go, bills paid, I'm good. But then
they get comfortable.
Yeah, and they completely forget, and then years down the line, they're about to retire, and they're like, you know what, like, was it? It's not everybody. Some people grow to love the new thing that they do.
Yeah.
Very well. Yeah.
That's fine. But for some people that they're like, yeah, like I guess, working this 9 to 5, it's fine. It's right. That's the term everyone uses. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like, is it like if you want to do something more, like, look into it. Like
exactly.
And I think the main thing is, even if it doesn't happen for you, at least you get to say you tried. At least you get to say, hey,
exactly.
I did my best
effort,
at trying to accomplish this. It didn't work out, but I'm at least happy I tried.
And one piece of advice that I got that was just always stuck with me is no one has that kind of luck that you get in Hollywood or that some people have in Hollywood where they are immediately either born into the industry or have that kind of pull or connection that's like, yo, as soon as you get older, you're in. Like you can do anything you want to do. Just call me up and I get you a job.
You don't think?
Jaden Smith?
Jaden Smith, there's a couple, like especially if you're an actor of a kid.
I feel like wait, what's your point? What's your point?
My point is that not everyone is as fortunate to be born into the industry like that.
So
use your job to fund your dream.
Yeah.
That's the advice I was.
Which is what we're doing.
Yeah. You use your job to fund your dream. If like for example, I'm into filmmaking and audio engineering, etc. Anything that I pay for, in essence, to what I'm doing, is essential. It is needed for my passion. So therefore, my job at the hospital right now, I'm funding my job. Like I'm buying camera equipment. I'm buying audio software.
Dude.
It's all part of the plan.
Speak that shit seriously.
Hell yeah.
Seriously. Drop a bomb for that.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
We got hella podcast stuff.
How I view everything. You know, it totally. You know, all my money that I spend right now. Like, I'll be real. Right now, I'm actually temporarily freaking, working at a Walmart warehouse. Freaking, loading trucks right now. In the meantime, until this freaking movie thing starts to back up again.
Exactly. Get it how you live.
But even so, I mean, like, as a matter of fact, the for the movie projects that I have done, I've honestly have been blessed, and I worked very hard to be a part of. And I'm glad that I did them. But that's one thing that me and my mom do have an agreement on. That the opportunities that do come for these movie projects, they come when they come.
Yeah,
it's not something that's constant. It's not something that once you're in the dough that it keeps on coming. It's a hell of a process, man. You gotta continue to let people know that you're out there, that you're working, that you're trying to grind, that you're hungry. Yeah. It's a constant investment of freaking social media, networking, and building content. Most importantly.
Yeah, 100%.
And that shit is not easy to do.
Yeah, and it's kind of dope, right? Because we kind of, us included, we kind of build a little family around other creators. Like yourself, Karan, Eunice. Like we're all just we're
kind of mutual already,
right? All of us are like, let's just all put our money together, create a big, nice movie, right? But no, it's like that. That's why and we kind of spoke about this amongst the four of us. We want to continue to have other creators just like us come on, because we want to uplift people as well. And we want, everything should be reciprocated in this, but we want everyone to succeed. Everyone should have a chance to succeed, especially in this industry. So that's why we love to have you guys come on and discuss these kinds of things, because it's dope, man. Like you're saying you got to do what you got to do. We got to do what we got to do. And everyone's just doing what they got to do to accomplish what they got to do. Right? But that's what it is.
As redundant as it is true. It's true, man.
Those are the words that that all of us, you guys, me, freaking Karan, we're fighting.
Yeah, man. That dude is doing his thing too, man. Like he's
legit.
Such an intelligent creative. Like I just love his visuals. I like just everything that he's doing. Like he switched up from doing fucking superheroes, and now he's talking about
philosophy.
Like Indian philosophy. Right? It's dope.
So fucking dope, dude.
I love it, and it truly shows. It truly shows how much he's grown, and his progression of how he views life and his experiences, and just the way that he sees things, and it's amazing, man. I follow every tweet, every post that freaking does. Right. I follow every tweet and every post that he does, man. It's amazing. I see him grow every day.
Another thing to admire.
That's what we're all fighting for. We're all fighting to to get out of saying that statement of, you know, doing what we have to do. No. We're fighting to do what we want to do.
Exactly. And that's what's beautiful about his journey as a creative is you know, really being almost a bridge to Indian culture on social media that I wasn't privy to. I didn't a lot of the stuff that he's been putting out there for us to see and read and interact with is honestly so dope because I'm not into social media like that, but when we post, I pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that's integrating, it's something that's inclusive, that involves everyone, because that's one thing that we try to push every time we bring someone on is we're chilling. We want to have a conversation. We want you to feel comfortable. We want you to just kick it. But at the same time, we just happen to be a bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
So yo, this is what we should do because I am starving. I'm gonna go grab a slice of pizza, right? And I'm sorry to bring, you know, PTSD back into your life because you hated delivering, but I'm gonna grab a slice. When we get back from commercial though, you are gonna have to give us a villain name because we forgot to do that in the beginning of the episode.
It's all good.
We've been forgetting for the last few episodes.
I know. but a villain name, a villain of your choosing from any pop culture media, and then we are gonna get down to the nerdy shit.
All right.
Okay. Damn.
We're back.
Nice. So Ant, did you come up with the villain name for us?
Sure. Let's go with Zod.
General Zod.
But first, they chilling with villains first.
Interesting. Hell yeah.
That Michael Shannon's performance was phenomenal.
Yes. And
where did you train? On a farm? I was like, oh shit.
And he's also the first villain. I think he's the first villain on screen to actually talk shit about the other villain's mom, like straight up, like threaten.
Oh my god!
Like the hero's mom. Because when he said that shit, I was like, oh nah, you gotta swing on my guy for that. That's instant hands.
I think anybody who loves their mom and would do anything for their mom, that is like a call to like, what'd you say about my mama? Dude,
straight up
flew in and fucking tackled that dude.
Instant hands.
Motor freaking.
Yep. Instant hands. I'm bringing you through the entire farm, wiping your face with it.
Hold on, man.
This is where I trained.
Yeah, I'll show you where I trained.
Oh yeah, that's fucking nice. But yo, that movie is phenomenal. How excited are you for Zack Snyder's Justice League?
Oh, bro, like look, you
see wearing the shirt.
I knew it. I knew he was wearing that.
Saw the shirt.
Oh, this Justice League memorabilia up here.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Not even half of it. Like I'm driving my woman mad about the Snyder Cut. She's like, "What the fuck is the Snyder Cut?" I'm
but sit down. Sit down.
I'll tell you a story.
I want you to sit down. Let me tell you something real quick, because
I literally had to do that because she needed to know so bad. Like, ever since
history.
Ever since Zach was holding that Man of Steel freaking commentary, and then Henry came in, and then they both announced the Snyder Cut, dude. That whole entire week, I did not shut up.
It was all of us. It was all of us. Like, dude, I was in the middle of work when it was happening. And I remember they announced it, and like, I was just cheering, I was just like, yes. And then like all of them called me like simultaneously, like I was getting calls. Everybody was like, yo, because it was like, dude, like I even said it in like one of our posts the other day. I was like, eventually, I felt like we all knew it was gonna come, just never like this and never this soon. You know, like it was just like
he did it. It was just like, and with Henry coming in of all freaking people to announce it.
Right, because people were like, "Oh, Henry never said."
But it was only right.
And I'm just like, bro,
it was only right.
Loyal, bro.
Yeah, and then Ben
Zach made him super. Like Zach made his dream come true. Zach made him Superman.
And when Ben posted about it, he was like, "Sorry, I wasn't able to make the thing." I was like, "Yo, if he joined too, bruh."
If he would, the thing is that as soon as it got announced, it felt like it felt like Kobe hitting that buzzer beater, bro. It was just like, oh shit. When he said it, when he turned his freaking camera around and showed the screen, I was looking around like if there were people around me. I was like,
Bro, and the first thing that caught my attention was HBO Max. When I saw that, I was like, it's over. I was like, I cannot wait.
Yeah, streaming wars.
Did you see? You saw it live? You saw it live?
Oh, dude, I literally freaking took
an entire
day off to just do nothing but that. I was like, crazy shit's gonna happen here. I freaking know it. And if there's a God, this will happen today.
Odin smiled on us that day.
He's like, hello, work? Yeah, something is just not. I think it was a pizza from a place I used to work at. I know their stuff, so I'm not really, all right, thanks. That's how we got the day off.
Dude, no, man, it was amazing, man. And like, not only that, I had like the gems of like freaking certain questions that I had asked too. Like they got answered, like the empty freaking space pod that was in the Kryptonian shit. Like, I knew there was something up with that.
Right, but so what kind of made you like a Snyder fan or just a comic book fan in general? Like, what is your journey through the comic world? Did you always used to read it as a kid? We had a crazy. We're gonna like do this experiment one day where it's like comics and like wrestling and like martial arts all kind of go like hand in hand. I feel like, right? One way or another. If you like,
all connected to a degree, it definitely did with me. Like all of that, man. So okay, I don't know if. Well, no, probably not because it is on my wrist and it's like very distinct. But this is like the freaking Man of Steel. Freaking where's the camera lens?
Oh, that's the logo. That's your finisher. Yeah.
On my wrist. That was given to me by my girlfriend. Dude, no, so I'm a huge like freaking Superman fan. I always have been. Apparently, it's like it runs through my freaking family, so apparently it's like DNA.
So it's military and Superman.
Seriously, swear to God.
Oh, so you're Anthony? You're literally Anthony L.
Yo,
oh my God.
I said that to my boy like not too long ago.
Yo, bro, I'm Ariel.
It was like the epiphany. I'm like, yo, my last name is L. It starts with E-L. I'm like, Anthony L. It's like,
cousin?
Shit. Yeah.
Cousin. Ariel?
I'm Ariel. Oh my God.
Wow.
Ariel.
Look at that. Dropping bombs all pod.
And he got Dominican in him, so we got the Dominican L's over here.
We're the Kryptonians. We're the Kryptonians from the Caribbean.
Born in the Bronx.
Born in the Bronx, yo, y'all are, yeah, long lost.
The BX Kryptonians.
BX Kryptonians.
Oh my God.
I'm dead. The BX Kryptonians. That's dope.
Their symbol is the Yankee. It's the Yankee symbol.
Totally raised with. I'm a huge freaking Superman geek. And of course, I grew up watching. Oh my God! All the Kirk Allen stuff, Christopher Reeve, George Reeves, freaking Dean Cain, all.
Brandon Routh, don't forget him.
Oh yeah,
Brandon Routh. Yo, he hates him. Ariel hates him for some reason.
Oh what, man? No, Brandon Routh was the shit, and I freaking like literally went into tears to see him back as Kingdom Come Superman. I'm like.
Yes. I appreciated that. I like that. I like that.
It's just the underwear, dude. That's all. Zack Snyder just reinvented Superman for me in a way that just made it seem more likable.
So I'm glad.
Right.
I'm glad you said right. You appreciate the many Superman. I'm actually surprised that you're such a big fan of Zack Snyder's Superman because a lot of the people that like the Christopher Reeves or like the older stuff are like. Whoa, he's not saving a kitten from a tree?
Those are the old heads,
What is going on? He's snapping necks?
Nah, it's not 1970s anymore where Superman has to fly backwards.
Man. Well, and that's the thing, man. Like, so here's the reason why I appreciate Zack Snyder Superman. One, I love that he turned Superman into someone that's relatable. Someone who has human feelings, who was raised as a human. So his thought process is going to be like anybody else's. I mean, imagine a real world. Imagine if you were Superman and you had these freaking abilities and you were, endowed with all these, not even necessarily responsibilities. As a matter of fact, he had the freedom to choose.
Exactly.
And he chose to be Superman. He chose to be this beacon of hope.
Exactly.
Right. Which is such a Superman trait to have.
And it's a river. It's like a river.
Stop. Nothing about car keys this episode, please. Nothing about car keys and rivers. And yeah, thank you.
What?
Brian, you wouldn't understand it. It's from the fan-made Justice League film.
Oh, what?
No, the Justice.
The theatrical cut.
Yeah.
The theatrical
Justice League.
The Justice League.
We call that the fan made.
It's a fan made film.
That shit is nasty.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And did you know something was up when you went into theaters and like you watched it and you were like, something's wrong, something felt off?
So no, absolutely. I knew something was off the moment the fucking beginning of that movie fucking happened.
Wow, really?
You mean
I didn't figure out until like 2 months later.
That freaking, I don't know, man. That bump on his lip, whatever it looked like someone like knocked his freaking teeth in. Like I looked at that and I was like, what is going on here? Like, first off, when was this video freaking taken? Like, last time I checked, people hated your ass in the last movie.
Right. Like, that scene made no sense to the continuity of the film. Now that I think, I'm like, how did I leave that theater so brainwashed? Like, I left that theater wanting to like that movie. And
I was in denial. Like, I left, I was like, yeah, that was good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, nah, y'all full of shit. That first night.
And Brian's never seen it again.
I only watched it once. That's why I don't even know what you're talking about. What is this river shit?
That's the opening scene. That's literally the opening scene.
After we watch The Real Thing, you should go back and watch that one. Just to laugh.
I'm good, love, enjoy.
I'm good, love, enjoy. I'm good, love, enjoy.
So, Ant, was that your first and only time watching it?
No, I had, okay, so lately,
he's like, I bought it on 4K.
To myself, and I have been going back and forth on YouTube to go ahead and watch clips of the movie. And just to like understand the amount of freaking
shit
horror
that fucked up, right? Yeah.
Can you send me the links to those clips so I can report them?
Absolutely.
Yeah, if your short film got banned in Indonesia, this must be like
fuck that.
Everywhere.
Sri Lanka gonna see my shit, bro. Fuck out of here.
Sri Lanka gonna see my shit. Damn.
Like every time I learn something new that either Zach says, that Ray says, that freaking Fabian Wagner, any of these guys freaking say, like, you know, what happened here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I look back at those clips, I'm like,
yeah, it makes sense now, right?
It's like Wonder Woman like is not even looking at Ben's face, like the eye contact doesn't even make sense. They weren't even in the same room. Like, what? I find out new shit. I'm just like, wow, they messed up that hard.
If I got a $250 million budget and this is my first time directing, which is what it seems like it looked like, it would probably look like that. Because that looked like
you
shit,
you would have a better understanding of the characters.
You're right, my guy. You're right.
Yeah.
Don't give yourself some credit. If you had that kind of budget, like you doing something better than that.
Yo, JB, you want me to tell y'all how? You remember the thing I said I was gonna do about BVS? I mean, we could get into that later.
Yeah, he's doing a Man of Steel BVS supercut, which is fire.
What?
Yeah, man. I blended.
I don't mean
I blended Man of Steel and BVS into this 4-hour epic that it just takes. You know, the good. I did trim a little bit of Man of Steel, but I made it so it's cohesive and it leads right into BVS, and it doesn't even. You don't feel anything. You don't feel. You don't feel like movie. It feels like it just flows the whole way. I did the same thing with Infinity War and Endgame, but
okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
So I wanted to ask because I feel like a lot of big Snyder fans typically don't, and this is not going for all of them, but most of them tend to like not lean towards the MCU. Are you the same, or how do you feel about the MCU and what they've done?
Let me tell you something about the MCU. So, there's only a few things that I did that I don't like about the MCU. One, Thor Ragnarok. I fucking hate that movie.
Yeah, let's go.
I was laughing the whole time. I hated it.
I hate that movie. I loved what they did with the Hulk. I definitely appreciate Edward Norton's Hulk the most out of any Hulk that has ever been out there.
Yeah.
That is the GOAT. I even appreciated Mark Ruffalo's Hulk all the way up to Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thor Ragnarok on, I'm just like,
This isn't Hulk. This isn't Hulk.
Like, no, this is not Hulk. This
Time
is
travel.
This is Shrek. This is Shrek to me.
Yeah.
Shrek.
And then like I got so freaking mad like after like in Infinity War, like Hulk got his ass handed. I'm like, all right, okay.
He's gonna remember that.
Thanos looked like he was taking lessons. Cool. And then Endgame happened. And I'm just like, yo, so Hulk did not like fucking get that ass. Like he didn't whoop him. Like no, not a rematch, nothing.
Right.
So he's just gonna continue looking like a
rematch.
I'm like, oh man.
I think that was one moment that they
burn.
needed to have there, but they did not add that in Endgame, which kind of saddened me.
Oh man.
Sure.
Yo, like they could have had Hulk, Thor,
DMC.
Captain
I
America.
absolutely do. That's what they did with Hulk. That to me is like, no, trash.
But outside of that, is you would you recommend it?
Would you recommend the saga?
He's fishing for some compliments.
I recommend these 22 films for you. Then here you go.
Yeah, I mean, no, I do recommend them. I'll also even say too, Spidey, I'm okay with him. I'm not too enthused. I'm okay with him.
So I mean, it's like he's not exactly your man's at work that you dap him up. But it's just like, oh yeah, what's up? Like you just give him
pretty much.
He's the water cooler guy.
So are you a Toby guy or
that was my next question.
He said Andrew, I think.
Okay, so it's weird, man. I look at Toby like I look at freaking Christopher Reeve as like, yo, you are like the best, and like you're like the best Spider-Man there ever was. Like, yes, but like to me, I resonated the most with Andrew Garfield. Like that is my freaking dude. I loved him as Spider-Man. I personally loved him as Parker. I think Toby's the best Parker, but I definitely loved Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
Yo, Anthony De Lo Mio, I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Yep. Shut up, Ariel. Shut up.
Yo, we do that to everyone when they disagree with someone's opinion.
Me and Brian though, we totally agree. Like Andrew Garfield was that dude.
OD.
And I think a lot of people like
for the Abercrombie Spider-Man. Yep.
Listen.
Hey, the big boys are talking. Stop. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, we don't gotta get into it. We know.
If Tobey Maguire's movies came out now, we all know they would get shit on.
That's not true. Spider-Man 2 is still a masterpiece. I watched that recently.
Absolutely.
Still a masterpiece.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, if it came out right now, I think the public reception would be a lot different.
Dude, I feel like if anything came out now, people are gonna shit on it. Like anything could come out right now. People are like,
dude, nobody is shitting on Tenet, bro. Nobody. On Tenet. Absolutely no.
That's not a superhero movie. So what is
you just said anything? You said anything. What is anything? You literally just said anything
related. Anything?
You literally just said anything. You literally just said anything.
Just get up and fight.
Yo, I hired a new personal bodyguard. His name is Anthony. So you can handle him. I'm chilling here with my beer.
The dude from the Maluma video?
The dude from the Maluma video.
Oh, can we talk about that?
The what?
You were in the Maluma video, right? For Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh that
old thing.
Shout out to Colombianos.
Yeah, dude. How was that experience? Because that was how fairly recent was that? Because music videos are probably a lot shorter to shoot than movies.
Oh yeah,
no. I mean, they could be 8-hour work days.
We actually shot that back in July, late June or July, early July, one of those two.
Damn. The music video just came out.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it was recently. Yeah, it recently got shot, and it came out. And here's the thing too. So I don't speak any kind of Spanish whatsoever. I
was just about to ask too. I was like, how did you interact with him?
No, I mean he speaks really good English. He was
nice.
That guy is a gem. He was very nice to us, and I'll work with him again. Very nice guy. Very humble too. So I did not know who he was. Like I said, I don't speak Spanish.
Right.
And I've heard like Spanish music. Like I know who Daddy Yankee is. Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, that's pretty much.
He's like,
damn,
you know that one.
You didn't even say Bad Bunny.
He's like, you know that one at the club, Gasolina.
Gasoline.
I mean,
Llamada Gasolina.
Yeah, that one.
Sunoco.
I know Don Omar. Those guys, like the old school cats.
Also, we singing
like Maluma, I did not know who he was. Maluma, I didn't know who he was. I literally learned of him like the week of.
And you're like, oh shit, this dude is like very famous.
He did a song with Madonna.
I went and told my mom and like one other friend of mine, like, do you know who Maluma is? And they were like, yes. I'm like,
yo, mom, relax. Relax, mom.
And then they go on. And then they go on and tell me like, yo, this dude's like the biggest freaking thing like right now, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, he's like one of. Yeah,
huge pop star.
Yeah, it's like him and Bad Bunny are like some of the biggest Spanish
and J Balvin.
Right.
All from like Colombia, yeah, and Puerto Rico.
Yeah, no, I mean, Bad Bunny too, man. I recently met him and also met Ozuna.
What the fuck? He's like flex.
Jesus, dude, stretch
so
first.
Now what you're telling us is you're a reggaeton artist. That's basically what you're leading into.
He's transitioning.
Right,
Antoniel.
From song career to...
He said, yo, I used to deliver pizza to martial arts, to being a stunt double. I was going to do acting, but you know, I thought my real passion is with reggaeton.
He about to put sunglasses on and go,
here I am.
Yeah.
He's like Bad Bunny's last album, I wrote it.
He's ghostwriting for everybody now.
Fun fact. He's like, I learned Spanish. Like he's like, I was meditating and learned Spanish within a week and wrote all of their albums.
Oh man. Yeah, no, it was yeah, no, those are some awesome experiences. And yeah, just doing stunt work for their videos and stuff like that.
Yes, I watched the video and I because you had posted it.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, let me go check it out. And then like you were like dragging him away. I was like, hey, like he's gonna be on our podcast soon. Yeah, that guy.
You know,
that's what I'm gonna use for like the promo of the podcast. Just you taking Maluma away. I'm like, yeah. You're not fucking with him.
Oh man.
Yo, that's always a great feeling to see someone that you know or someone that you met. Like, yo, that's my guy right there. He's in that shit.
Right. Like, yeah, like, how about your friends and your family? They're probably like, oh, like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's like, oh, is that one?
From Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Right? Was that how they were? Like, how did they react to that?
Yeah, no, like definitely a lot of my Latin friends were, they were pretty hyped up about it. You know, I got a couple of inboxes.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like,
that's
why the hell are you doing this? I'm like, well, I literally just learned of him like that week. Like, I did not know who he was. Right. And I go on his Instagram. He has like 51 million followers. I'm like, all right, I missed something.
Yeah,
51 million followers.
I'll do it.
I mean, I guess
it's a little, you know, below my pay grade, but sure.
Yeah, right.
Now, if you really want me there, sure. But so how many? That was like what, a day or two of shooting?
That was just actually one day.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, that was just one day.
Ariel, what was your point? You were saying that sometimes music videos.
Sometimes music videos like with a higher budget, they take more days to shoot, especially if there's VFX involved.
Oh no, absolutely. As a matter of fact, like right now, well, not to go too into detail, but I recently, before that, like before Maluma, before all these guys, I had actually worked with Daddy Yankee and Ozuna. I was doing stunts for their music video. As a matter of fact, that one I'm actually excited to have come out.
Oh man!
Wait,
look at his veins, dude.
An unreleased song?
Yes.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Daddy Yankee, Ozuna dropping a new album together.
chill. Like jumping
a collab album.
Yeah, right.
Do you like reggaeton a little more now?
I can appreciate it more. I still don't understand.
You're still like
anything like what they're saying, but
don't worry. I'll translate everything. I will translate everything for everyone.
Yeah, no, I can bang my head into it, but yeah, no. So that video is taking a while for it to come out because
bang my head into a fucking wall because I hate it.
Yeah, no, that video is taking a while for it to come out because yeah, that one definitely involves a lot of VFX.
Got you.
That one, I'm actually starring as like some dark assassin. I literally look like I walked out 100 in that video.
Oh shit!
You heard it here.
That was a cool one. That one has like a big fight scene in it.
Let us know when that shit drops. Like we'll fucking promo it. We'll watch it. We'll gather. We'll all get together, watch it for like the 3-4 minutes long that it is.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah. Thank you.
So, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. To steer this back to the to DC. I wanted to talk about the fandom.
Change the name.
So you saw the schedule, right? That got announced.
Yes.
So, what do you think? Like, because there's some surprise guests like all lined up throughout the entire thing.
Oh,
it's Anthony, bro.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna come out. I'm Black Adam now.
He's like, remember that conversation I had with The Rock? He was just
passing the mantle. You know what I'm saying? He's like, this is taking too long to come out.
I'm the captain now.
Look.
Yeah, right.
Look at me.
I'm the Adam now.
I'm the Adam now. Yo, but you got to be careful with that. There's copyright shit because there's an actual Adam.
There is.
No, Justice League.
No, Mark is DC correspondent. We could get away with that.
We can get away with this.
They spell it differently.
So what are you? I mean, I'm gonna assume I already know what you're most excited about. What are you second most excited about?
That's what I was going towards.
So, like, the second most thing that I'm excited about. I mean, I don't know if it was confirmed or it's a rumor just yet, but I'm definitely waiting for like some like Superman news for sure. I mean, like they've been playing like all sorts of Superman music for the promo of this entire thing. I'm just like,
yeah,
okay.
It sounds too good to be true.
I think there's a surprise movie announcement, right? Isn't that what they said?
There's one that's called DC Comics Untitled or something like that.
Right, something like that.
That's probably animated.
Special. Yeah, it could be. It could even be like a comic, like an actual like physical comic.
Okay, yeah.
But then there's one that's officially a movie. So I do also agree with you, Ant. I'm leaning more to, although my hype and I really, really wanted something Ben Affleck Batman related. I don't think that's going to be the case because he just signed on for like 10 million other projects. And by the time he gets back to Batman, he's going to be like, 75. So I definitely do think it's more along the line Superman related. I definitely do think it is.
Yeah, definitely between either Superman or Green Lantern, one of those two. I know that HBO Max is doing a Green Lantern series.
Show. Yeah. That's
and if I'm being honest, I think they're still holding back a lot. If we're being completely honest, I think they're like, okay, here's the schedule of all the major things that are going on, but there's like little things going on within the major things. It's like, oh, look, yes, this movie's going to drop this, but not until we need to build this story arc, which you're going to get on HBO Max. So
that's so much
things
math.
like that. Yeah, and like even the Batman panel is going to have special guests besides Robert
Michael
Pattinson.
Keaton.
Like,
they dropping the trailer?
Maybe it's
Val
easy.
Kilmer?
Val Kilmer's gonna be there, right?
Yo,
it's like, what is Val Kilmer doing there? Like,
listen, if it's one thing,
somewhere that he was gonna be that apparently he's gonna make an appearance there because like now there's a director's cut of freaking Batman Forever.
Yeah,
Joel Schumacher.
Yeah.
Yo,
HBO Max was like, let me hold y'all down, DC. And so we got word today that from Jim Lee himself, shout out Your Highness, because he's a GOAT at DC. All the DC Universe originals are going to HBO Max now. So Titans, Doom Patrol.
Mark, thank you. Round of applause for Mark, bro, holding it down.
Harley Quinn. So it's like, HBO Max has really become like they're like, hey, how about we work on making our biggest asset just that, our biggest asset. Let's use these characters to make bank, because guess what? These characters are so fucking famous, and the superhero genre is currently the most popular thing around. And I think the golden age is gonna last a really long time. Like however you feel about DC, however you feel about Marvel, however you even feel about like Star Wars or other pop culture shit, like it's gonna be around for a very long time.
We here, cuz.
Think about how popular Star Wars was back in the day,
and
when it first came out, and still to this day people love
over
it.
40 years. To this day.
Yeah. Star Trek, Harry Potter, and then superhero shit. Like
I think that's something that's never gonna like stop, because the people need it. We love this kind of stuff, and the fandom is gonna keep it alive. And like, think about it, a fandom itself got a movie to be released, a movie that not even Zach and Deborah thought was gonna come out. And
that is the craziest thing. And shouts out to HBO Max for recognizing the originality of these artists, man. Like, seriously.
Well, AT&T. AT&T's daddy now.
AT&T.
Yeah, shout out AT&T. Yeah.
Smacking some sense into Warner Bros. Real quick.
They're like, yo, come in the office. Come in the office.
Guys, people are asking for this shit for the past 4 years. There is some money here. Let's go.
Absolute money.
Go.
And then you're gonna have the bandwagoners, which we've already seen. All the people who are like, yeah, Snyder Cut. But then you're like,
where the fuck were you?
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, we was out here.
All of a sudden, everybody loves Zach now.
You want to be shooting in the gym?
Right.
Exactly.
Oh,
actually, no. There's still some stupid haters out there, but you know.
Those are just some toxic people.
Trolls.
I tried my damnedest to like not go in there and like comment like, yeah, go F yourself.
Dude,
no, because there are some fucked up comments that you see, like, especially about him, you know, because
toxic fandom.
So toxic.
It's just so
terrible. All this thing that I don't understand about that is it just truly shows like how much evil that there is in the world, how much hate. Know, like because you know I've been on that end where you know I've had people comment some terrible things and find my email me some things. You know, it's like say what you want about Zack Snyder, say what you want, you know, about anything, but like except like you know when you talk about oh God forgive me for even repeating this, but like when they're talking about his daughter,
that's some of the comments I've seen. I've seen comments nasty. Like that on some of our posts.
Yeah,
like
we block those people immediately.
Like you're done. Like that's it. This is what they look like.
You
I can't
focus. Yeah, bring it closer to the camera. Bring it closer to the camera.
Bring it all the way to the camera.
Closer.
Yeah,
that's what they look like. Fucking incels.
This fat ass, chubby ass.
They say, hold on.
Sitting in their fucking basement, in their mom's basement.
Yeah,
that's all they're fucking.
Yeah, no, like you know what's crazy, man? I even had to like I had to block and like delete someone on freaking Facebook, someone that I freaking knew as a friend.
Wow.
And I met this person like in person. And he's also someone that's like in the industry and like wrote this long freaking status ever since the announcement. It was actually like a day after the announcement of the Snyder Cut. Freaking saying blah blah blah, Zach the Hack, Snyder, blah 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 blah.
Oh,
blah.
Zach the Hack, dude.
Going down this whole long list, I'm like, yo, this is making me sick to my stomach just reading this. Like, you're out.
Yeah. It is toxic, and that's why like I've actually I've been saying it for a while that I wasn't gonna go through comment sections, and I've actually been doing a pretty good job at that. Like, if I see a post I like it, I retweet it, but I don't go through the comment section more because I'm like, hey. This is like if I like something, I'm gonna like it because I like it. It's my opinion.
That's
that. Especially like pertaining, like obviously, like news is a bit more different because I want to like actually see if what the headline says is factual or not.
Absolutely.
But in terms of like superhero stuff, like if I see a post about Zach, it's like one of those like name a better director. Oh wait, I'm just gonna like it. I'm not gonna go through the comments because I know there's already saying dumb shit. So I'm like, okay. Right. Let me resist. Let me not go in. So that's exactly what I do.
Almost any like casting, like that's not like if they're traditionally usually it's like if they're traditionally white and they get cast as a minority.
Exactly.
Everyone just flips the fuck out. And it just
absolutely, dude. Like, you know how many freaking racists I had to go ahead and like freaking delete off my damn page when freaking Jason Momoa was casted as freaking Aquaman?
Oh my God.
That's crazy. And look at the performance he gave. Like, I don't see anybody else being like Aquaman.
Oh, he made Aquaman better.
He made Aquaman cool.
When that movie came out, the comic version of him all of a sudden grew long hair, like had
tattoos.
Like he literally changed the source material. That's how beast he was. As fucking Aquaman.
Like earlier today, freaking we were at Walmart and freaking I saw the freaking comic book. Like, yo. This dude never had tattoos before Jason Momoa. Never had tattoos.
Never had long hair. Yeah.
Crazy.
Shout out to Jason Momoa.
Shout out.
Shout out to him.
Come on, shout out
to Jason Momoa and shout out to Zach for making such a freaking perfect casting, man. And like changing the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this really did. The whole Snyder Cut movement like completely changed. I know some of our listeners probably like, oh, here they go talking about the Snyder Cut.
Every podcast.
The Snyder Cut.
Are you still listening?
Mira, ya yo estoy cansado de esta mierda.
So, part of the
Nah, but I feel like a lot of them, like, you know, we say it to like, guys, once MCU shit starts to drop again, we're gonna talk about it. They just haven't dropped anything.
I know, guys. I'm waiting too, guys.
Right, we're all waiting for more MCU shit.
Look, I'm excited, man. I mean, I'm literally excited for only like so far like two things that are happening with the MCU.
Which is what?
Say Shang-Chi, because you do stunts. Come on. Say Shang-Chi.
You know what?
I was gonna ask that. Like, if you lean more towards movies that have more martial arts involved rather than more like, you know, space battles and things like that. Because me personally, like, I know people shit on Iron Fist, but I love that show just for like their fighting. Like I can appreciate it, especially. And then sorry, guy, I'll mention Daredevil since I see Ariel's getting butthurt about it. There's a fighting in Daredevil, fucking phenomenal. Like that's one of the many reasons why the hallway scene, like you fucking shit.
Oh god.
Oh man,
the one take
also
the one take
too. The one takes, I just love it. I
Come
love
on,
it,
man.
Bro, yes,
so beast.
No, absolutely, man. Shouts out to those guys too. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I can definitely appreciate the action in those movies more, you know, like Iron Fist and stuff like that. I understand why people hate on Iron Fist, but honestly, it wasn't, just to go ahead and make it clear, it definitely wasn't the stunt team fault as to what happened. With the action in that film. Honestly, just like any other production, the studios get involved, producers get involved, things happen the day of, things just happen. Then there's nothing you can do about it. You can literally just do your best. At the end of the day, those guys got paid to do what they had to do, and that was that. Yeah, no, I mean, as far as like, Shang-Chi, I'm definitely excited for that. I'm definitely excited for some like Black Panther 2 news.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm like waiting for them to like freaking go ahead and say like Submariner is gonna be in the freaking film. Like, oh heck yeah! And also too, believe it or not, like my boy Tony does not freaking agree with me on this, but I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I just want to see what happens here. But I am so excited for Blade.
Oh, yeah.
The number one draft pick.
Mahershala Ali
is great.
I thought
he's a fantastic actor.
The number one draft pick of the 2019 MCU
I'm actually kind of curious to see how they do it, because I just feel like I'm just scared of giving serious characters like to this MCU design like right now.
Yeah.
A little hesitant. You tight. It's okay. It's okay. You can be mad. You can be mad, Ariel. It's all right.
I'm excited for X-Men.
I can't wait for the X-Men.
No, wait till you see what I'm cooking up, bro. I got a few scripts that we're working on. I can't say a lot. Good.
But they need it. But
damn.
No, I'm kidding.
Damn.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
I love when Mark is toxic.
I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes from you.
Wow.
Touche. It's all good.
Yo, Anthony's still my bodyguard. Y'all can't take him, so y'all fight amongst yourselves.
Nobody's fighting you.
But no, I think I'm excited for that, for Blade, kind of, and I'm really excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I just really want to see what they do with that show.
Yo, like, and what has been? I want to know the best comic book fight scene that you've seen, and also just the movie in general. Which movie had the best fight scenes in your opinion?
Okay, this could go 4 ways.
This is a great question.
This could go 4 ways. So I'm gonna do the drum roll.
First scene and then movie. And
say again?
For like first I want to know like which scene, and then I want to know like which movie in general.
Oof, man. Okay, so like as far as like best comic book freaking fight, okay, that's a tough one. So I mean, so if we're talking about if we're talking in a sense of like, you know, like a martial arts with martial arts involved, like fight scene, like real action, no CG,
like hand to hand, like I'm about to whoop your ass.
They were literally dying on set.
Okay, so I would have to go ahead and say. I would definitely have to go ahead and say the warehouse fight in BVS. To me, that is the best comic book freaking fight scene ever. So here's why. One, we have never seen freaking Batman move like that. any freaking Batman move like that.
Never.
Oh,
Michael Keaton, who?
That's the Arkham games just come to life right
Straight
there.
up, he had a 40 hit combo.
Right. And it was so realistic to me because it's like he still got stabbed, he still got shot in the head. Like it's not like he was just washing through these people. Like he still could have gotten killed. It's just, you know, being a billionaire and having all these fucking awesome gear. It's just like it's all part of the Batman mythos. It was incredible. Really incredible.
Absolutely. Especially, and then of course, you know, the way they incorporated, you know, all of his tools and
exactly
and what he can do. I mean, between the grappling hooks, the freaking the gauntlets, and everything.
The batarangs he used.
I would have to say,
the batarang. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm getting chills just like talking about the scene, bro. That shit was
the warehouse scene.
Atrocitus.
Guys, I have to be excused for a second.
Okay.
You know what gives me a very close second though? The Winter Soldier, the highway fight scene.
In a highway fight.
Yo, that scene. Yo, phenomenal.
When I think about throwing hands, that's literally what I mean.
Yo, they are literally like, and it's not like they're just like these aren't fucking just wasteful ass like throws. Like they're aiming like to fucking knock each other out and like box the whole sequence. I'm just like, oh, this shit is fire. And even their end fight scene was good too.
Yeah.
But you know, then Cap was just sort of like, I'm not fighting you, and I was like, but continue. It's so good.
Right. It's like
keep fucking each other up.
But even you know, Bucky and Cap versus Iron Man, that was a phenomenal fight scene too. That
impressed me the most. I mean, the way they made freaking Iron Man fight in that video.
Like he was like, yo, like even though I got this suit of armor, like I will spank you 1-on-1 with these hands.
These hands work.
Not a problem.
These hands work.
She's like, and to think about it, like there was two of them. She's like, oh, word? Like I'm about to watch.
Nah, but they were jumping him. They were getting the, you know, two grimy Brooklyn guys, you know, just beating the brakes off of Tony. Beating the brakes off some dude.
Yo, because they was like, I think Tony's from the Bronx. Like, we gotta like stomp him out.
Okay, nah, Chicho. We don't do interborough beef. We don't do interborough beef. Shout out to BK.
Yeah, man. And definitely that fight scene with, even though it was short, man, I wanted so much more of it. Freaking Bucky and Black Panther on the rooftop.
Oh hell yeah, yeah!
Damn,
that was
very brief, but very cool.
That whole sequence was dope. They were running like through the tunnel, that shit was damn. I'm about to watch Civil War.
Shout out to stunt performer Guy. He did a lot of stunt work for Black Panther in Civil War and stuff. So, and a lot of his suit was practical, and they just did a little bit of CGI work in post production and stuff. So
that's my favorite suit.
Every time Civil War comes out, Brian, what are you saying?
That's my favorite suit.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Dude,
Black Panther.
No, because you mentioned Black Panther's suit all the time. Like whenever we bring up like Black Panther and Civil War and shit.
It is a really good suit.
And no, I agree with you though.
Speaking of Black Panther, I was trying to put
you on the spot.
And I believe that for the next film they do need to focus more on his martial arts abilities because
100%.
he can throw hands like legit.
Yeah.
He can legit throw hands.
Amazing fighter. Like
so
100%. That was one of my only gripes with the film was just that although they did have like fighting here and there, like it wasn't up to par, especially after seeing what he can do and how intimidating he was.
He washed M'Baku.
But and then he got his ass beat by fucking Killmonger.
Oh, hail King Killmonger. Let's go. That's a Michael B. Jordan.
But as a matter of fact, fun fact.
I met him.
Oh, actually, no. My sensei actually trains Chadwick Boseman. He actually trained Chadwick Boseman for Black Panther from Black Panther all the way to Endgame.
You heard it here first.
Shout out to him, man. Like,
man, your sensei. Sensei's Jiraiya.
Matter of fact, like freaking, like people don't know, like. And I've seen footage of like my teacher and Chadwick freaking training. Like Chadwick he's dope. Like
he can throw hands.
Right. He can throw, like
he's a real
shout out to
real life Black Panther.
A martial artist, like behind the scenes, man. He just did a bunch of drama.
Shout out to South Carolina. Shout out Chadwick.
All right, Ariel. Let Chadwick in the Zoom call. Come on.
All right, yeah, he's here.
He's gonna come in like,
but, like one of the other things that kind of because and with that whole fiasco that was going on, right, with Robert Pattinson and where he was joking around saying, yeah, like I don't really feel like training. They're telling me to, but I'm not. And this whole outbreak happened. Everyone's like, like, oh my God, you vampire boy! Like I knew you would be a bad Batman.
You vampire boy!
Like and like literally like. Especially after hearing a couple of Robert Pattinson's interviews, I'm like, this guy just loves to like fuck with people. He just loves to like grind people's gears, and that's exactly what he did. And you know how I know too, because especially like when they first started shooting, like he was doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu, like he was training with
Shout out Machado.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, he's and like that kind of got me excited because I'm like, ooh, like Batman on the ground, like groundy a little bit, like him being able to like, you know, especially with a bigger threat, kind of throwing him down and like him being able to like grab him and fucking work his way like to getting into a chokehold, like that's some like Batman knows every single martial arts like ever. So
no, absolutely, and it's great to see, that that they're trying to focus on like real action, real applications to like, you know, these fight scenes versus, you know, keeping it all, you know, like, you know, straight up comic book fantasy, you know, with the, you know, with him just, you know, grappling hook someone and battering
one punching everybody.
All that stuff.
That was
Adam West shit.
That was one of my things with Christian Bale. It's like the only real good fighting, like a decent fighting, was Batman Begins. And then, but that one's the one that dealt more with the martial arts aspect because he was training with Raish and everything.
Right, and that's the thing. Everyone was like a legit martial artist. He fought the League of Shadows. The only problems with those movies is, as a matter of fact, if you watch like the behind the scenes and like the training videos and stuff, the choreography of that movie is absolutely great. All of them, as a matter of fact, they're great. It just wasn't shot right.
Exactly, because Christopher Nolan, his setback as great of a director as he is, he does have a real weird way of shooting action that isn't exactly cohesive, and it just feels weird when he shoots actions because they seem awkward and slow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, people need to remember at the end of the day too that Christopher Nolan, he's a dramatic director.
Exactly.
He's the drama.
Exactly.
Of what's going on versus like the actual, you know, techniques that are going on.
Get out of here, Anthony, bro.
I think
so many bombs dropped this episode.
And Tenet?
No, apparently. So here's the scoop on Tenet, real quick. Tenet barely has visual effects.
Which is crazy.
Apparently, romantic comedies have more visual effects than Tenet.
That's what's crazy. Nuts to me because I saw. Well, I can't really say because I don't. But you saw this. You know, we all saw the scene in the movie theater. You know that they showed that little.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, except for him.
Okay.
I'm
not going to go into detail, but I'm saying they've seen it.
Yeah.
How? How the fuck?
Listen to me. Christopher Nolan is a wizard. I think that David Blaine or Chris Angel are like overseeing, because whatever we see within the next year or so, whenever the world opens again.
Hold on, my shit dying. That's not a good look. My shit always dying. I'm sorry,
bro.
We had a podcast where his shit died right at the end, right? Wasn't it right at the end of the podcast? We realized we were wrapping everything up, and he just like.
But yeah, Tenet. whatever we see in Tenet, the entire film, we're just gonna be like, nah, get the fuck out of here. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have moments like that, because even in Inception, there were certain scenes that didn't have a lot of CGI, that he had a practical set going on and stuff. So it is a matter of what the director chooses to shoot a scene, or the second unit director, which is usually the action guy that comes in and shoots stuff. It's just a matter of perspective and how they take it. But if there's one thing that I want to put out into the universe, and I see you being the Green Ranger in a Power Rangers film. So I'm just gonna drop a bomb for that. I'm just gonna drop a bomb for that.
Bro.
Damn.
Yo, hey,
Hell yeah.
I want you to watch this guy right here, bro.
That is perfectly said.
That is awesome. No, man, bless you.
I just want to put that out there, because when I first saw,
totally see that.
When you followed me on IG, Slight flex.
Yeah,
I looked at this guy.
Yeah.
I looked at him. I was just like, oh, that's Tommy.
Yeah,
Green
that is
Ranger.
awesome,
That would be dope, dude.
like
Because-
I said, man, that's a hell of a boot to fill, man. Respects to Jason David Frank. I met him too, and he's awesome.
Dude, who haven't you met?
All right, man. Come on.
It's easier to narrow down who he hasn't met.
No,
Yo,
you know what's
Jason-
the cool thing about that? So, I mean, I met him like most people have. I met him at a Comic-Con, and it was wild to actually hear him go ahead and tell me, because I went in there with like my company shirt, and apparently when I met him, he already knew who I was, and he had recognized the company logo. I'm just like, is this a joke or what? He's like, Anthony, right? I'm just like, get out of here. Green Ranger, the Green knows who I am.
The Green Ranger. It just starts hyperventilating.
Dude, no, I'm impressed with how I kept my cool.
That's all. That's
Dude, you
fucking
telling
awesome.
me I'm trying to keep my cool. You telling me that you didn't keep your cool, or that you did keep your cool?
Woo!
Yo, dude, that's like with me. If I ever went up to Zach and was like, "Hi," he's like, "I already know who you are." I'll be like, "Okay, I'm just gonna like, I'm just
I
yeah,
could die right now.
yeah,"
For real.
and be at peace with the world.
That's me after I saw
Like
Endgame.
this. I'm all right. I can die this way.
Yeah. He's like, "I know who you are. I love your work." It's like, or it's vice versa. It's like, you need a lot more work to do. It's like, ooh.
You know, that's how I felt after I spoke to Jay-Z at Hostos.
After
right?
what?
Also, like,
I spoke to Jay-Z at Hostos Community College.
Yeah, I know who you are. You're fucking trash, dude.
Did you actually?
No, I'm dead ass.
Wait, you spoke to Jay-Z?
At Hostos Community College, yeah, I asked him a question.
How was that? How was that? Wow.
Nah, so my girl's dad. I'm not gonna give that much information, but Jay-Z was promoting Tidal before it launched, and he had a conversation.
That's still a thing.
Tidal's still very much a thing, yeah.
Is it like doing well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
it's still out here.
Sorry.
Well,
Chill. Jay-Z's coming out next week. All right, so go ahead.
but yeah, he had this event in Hostos where he was just there to speak about Tidal, to promote it and stuff, and I asked him a question about how Tidal was originally a streaming service that he bought from someone in Europe, and that he wanted to, in a sense, make a platform for artists themselves to get paid better from the streams made. Because that's like a whole big deal. So in this title, in the Tidal promotion, you see Daft Punk there, you see Beyonce there, you see Kanye there, you see Justin Timberlake, you see all these, I think
The
Justin Timberlake.
attractions.
Like, you see all these people who actually put money in. Nicki Minaj was there to put money into this company to then recoup the benefits, because same with the movie industry, artists get fucked. They get fucked out of their money, especially in terms of what they're worth and stuff. So my question to Jay-Z was, how was it convincing all these huge names in music, like, yo, believe in this is gonna work, so give me some money? And he was just like
yeah,
he was
man,
just
that's
like,
a good question.
he was like, that's a good
great
question. I'm gonna let my tech girl that's here let you know what she's doing with it.
She you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so after he said, yo, that's a good question, I was just like, yo, I looked at my girl, I'm like, hey, pull the trigger, shorty.
And you want to give me He's like, and you want to give me shit in the house. Fuck out of here. I asked a good question. What have you done?
What have you done?
Yo, Miss Potts, I love you,
like,
baby.
She's like, I brought you here. The fuck are you talking about?
I love you. I love you. My girl, I love you.
Yo, watch what she.
Oh, she don't listen to your shit, bro.
Wow. She's like, oh, y'all recorded today? That's cool.
She's like, is the pizza
y'all still
there?
doing that?
Meanwhile, we on the red carpet.
Yeah,
Like,
y'all still doing that?
I just dapped up Tom Holland. How you telling me that?
I know, right? She's like, yo, but today was our anniversary. It's like, babe, today was the premiere. What are you talking about? Yo, what if that happens, you know? Like,
you might as well plan the funeral.
right. And like, you might as well just like pretend you're dead because you're not going to either. And it's just, that's
whatever
just
tux he wears, the tux you're gonna get buried in.
Yo, that is too funny.
But wait,
man.
he didn't answer the second part of the question about what his favorite all-time,
overall action,
movie.
That was like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, right.
We just don't talk about Jay-Z.
In general action movie, we're talking superhero movies or like just in general action movies.
Let's do both. Why not?
Both. Why not?
Okay, so as far as superhero movies, Man of Steel. I'm just gonna get totally give it that.
So the Dragon Ball Z
fights.
Yo, I'm telling you, like freaking, just give Zack Snyder the freaking rights to do Dragon Ball Z and let's make it happen.
I write the next Power Rangers film and Zack directs it.
Power Rangers.
Do it.
And you're the Green Ranger.
And then you're Green Ranger. Yeah, there you go. Boom.
And I'll be the Blue Ranger.
That would be awesome.
How about
as far as action movies now, that's a tough one. But I guess I'll have to go ahead and give it to, honestly, because it's literally like one of the movies that inspired my journey to becoming an action performer and an actor. Ong Bak with Tony Jaa.
The legend, Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa.
That is so, man. I mean, yo, just know that the stunt work is appreciated. Like the general audience appreciates it, especially those that are more informed about, movies and things like that. Because I'm like, that to me is super dope because these people are, and it sucks to say some people actually do put their lives on the lines and what happened with in Deadpool 2, right? Like one of the stunt doubles, unfortunately lost her life. And I'm actually surprised that after that happened, like what we were discussing before, that there's still no awards for shit like that. People are literally
I think people are starting to lobby about it. Like they're starting to I've heard like chatter come up like here and there about like we should do this. And
is there a union for stuntmen?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, SAG-AFTRA, just like anything else, with actors and producers or anybody else.
Okay, great, good. Because I was going to say, if I don't have a union.
And
that's the thing, though. I mean, because of, I don't know, man. It's the politics, behind it all is very nerve-wracking, and it's a headache in itself. Because I mean, between the stunt woman that died in Deadpool 2, and then the stunt woman that doubled what's her name from Resident Evil, the
Mila Jovovich.
That's her name. Yeah, she.
What happened? She passed too?
No, she didn't pass. She lost her entire freaking arm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was the latest Resident Evil movie. They
the final chapter.
Long story short, they decided to change the entire stunt that they were going to do. They were going to go ahead and shoot a fight scene that day, and that's what the double was prepared for. And then they decided to go ahead and do this this motorcycle like CGI like chase. And long story short, they went for this shot where the motorcycle was supposed to go above the camera, and the camera did not move out of the way in time and hit the bike while she was in midair, and then.
Oh man, dude!
And she lost her arm. God forgive me, everyone forgive me for forgetting her name. But yeah, there's a big movement about for her and the producers and everyone like trying to step up, like to pay for her medical bills and all that stuff.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
As a matter of fact, some community like literally band together.
Olivia Jackson is her name, by the way.
And they helped her, get whatever treatment that she needed. But I mean, she still lost her arm. And
yeah, dude.
Wow, none of these people have spoken up about.
I had no clue about any of
that. Yeah, I remember this. I remember that. I saw this on the news.
Her name was?
Her name is Olivia Jackson.
Olivia Jackson. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. There's news that broke out, like I believe, like 2-3 weeks ago, that the X-Men cast confronted Bryan Singer. Like they were all of their X-Men shit. They're just like, yo.
By the way, right. Olivia Jackson, she sued after losing arm, spending 17 days in a coma.
Wow.
She won the lawsuit. She won the legal case.
Dope.
That's awesome.
Good for her.
Yeah, no,
That's
absolutely.
fucking crazy, dude.
Well, yeah, like they did a stunt with Hugh Jackman and he got hurt, and the rest of the cast like stepped up and was like, "Yo, like you need to damn."
Yo, look at her arm,
Yeah,
dude.
yes, her.
Wow.
What the fuck, man?
I mean, I'm glad she's alive and I'm glad she won the lawsuit. That's awesome. But I mean,
it's just like still like you're down an arm now, like
Yeah,
because of this
exactly.
shit.
No amount of money I feel is worth that. But you know, it is again. Anthony mentioned it before. A lot of times the studio gets involved with certain things that is out of the director's hands at times.
Yeah, I know, out of the director's hands, and sometimes it's out of the stunt people. Like a lot of stunt people go through hell and back to try to be able to perform what it is that they were hired to do and to do it right. And they really put their lives on the line for anything that may happen because. I've been on sets where all of a sudden things change and you have to change the whole routine and thank God no one's ever been hurt in any set that I've been.
Dude, that's such a process too, right? Like choreographing all like fight scenes, like
it's very intricate. Right. It's very intricate,
yeah. and like then to have to like kind of change it on the fly. It's like but we've been working like weeks on this. Like we can't really that's OD,
I mean, luckily I'm okay with with having to choreograph fights on the spot. I mean, like I've been okay with that, and luckily what I've had to choreograph it's been good, and some stuff came out okay. But I mean, it's nothing compared to what you have prepped for, and then all of a sudden they tell you, so we got to change this, or X out this, and it's just like, all right, you told me to go ahead and choreograph this dope freaking fight, and I did. Granted, I'm still getting paid, but like, this is what we did. This is magical. What you're telling me to do now is not as good.
This is like a B plus. Over here is an A plus.
Yeah, it's like this is we're totally downgrading here.
Is there a lot of room to improvise when you're doing it, or not really, right? Or because at the same time it's like
that's a dangerous game
or does it depend? Does it depend who you're working with? Like, I imagine certain directors might give you more leeway than others, or
you mean like improvise, like just go ahead and
like fights, like fight scenes and things like that,
like just to for everyone to just start doing movements like in front of the camera.
Or let's say
have to improvise like choreography on the spot and like, all right, so this is what we're gonna do now.
Or let's say I flip you, right, and now you're on your back and you're on your back and you're like, I want to decide to do this, and then like you kind of like reverse it or things like that.
So yeah, no. When it comes to doing stunts or anything in front of the camera, there is no such thing as improvising.
Awesome. Okay, so if you're going to the ground, you're going to the ground. That's it, buddy. You're not reversing shit.
So
that's it. Got you.
So how do you feel?
If you improvise, most likely
it's gonna fuck up, right?
95% of the time, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That's super dangerous. And I don't know if you know this, but Brian here, aka Magneto, stars in a $1 billion franchise, also known as John Wick. Keanu Reeves is on the pod with us, guys. How do you feel about the stunts, especially with the first film directed by Chad Stahelski? How do you feel about the stunt coordination and stuff in that? Because I feel like John Wick brought the action movie genre back in a way that is actually enjoyable, because a lot of the old action films from the 80s and stuff, it was more based on explosions and cheesy lines and stuff. Mm-hmm. There were some memorable scenes and stuff.
Big enough for the both of us.
Exactly, like just the big Macho Man stuff. The whole Clint Eastwood stuff. How do you feel about the action genre in film? Basing it off of John Wick and moving forward, because John Wick just got confirmed for 2 more films, so clearly something's working there. Do you think that we could also enter a sort of era of action film that could come back?
The Wickverse.
Especially spearheaded by John Wick. Like, how do you feel about that?
So I mean, honestly, it's great. It's definitely it's a step forward while these guys are actually taking a step backwards. Because I mean, considering where these guys are from, in the style of action that they've trained in, these guys have trained in in Asian action style of cinema. And so, what they're doing is that, of course, they have some great quality actors, part of the project, but as well as as far as the fighting goes, the production is being shot by an actual stunt team. So these guys know what it is that they want to see,
exactly,
and what they want to focus on in the action. So they're taking a step backwards with, not doing too many cuts, actually focusing on the technique, seeing every movement, forward movement, stepping the camera backward, and seeing the shot, seeing everything that's going on, and actually letting the shot play through.
That's what I loved about John Wick. Everything was easy to follow. The action it wasn't shot like a simpleton. It was just, okay, John is moving through this floor. Every movement he makes matters. Every shot, every bullet he makes matters. Even when he reloads, there's an action going on that is essential to the action taking place. And it just blew my mind, because the last action film before this that I kind of enjoyed, I guess guilty pleasure, was The Expendables with Sly.
Bro, The Expendables is the shit.
That shit is amazing, bro. I love that shit. I love the shit. It was corny as hell, but I loved it. I really appreciated seeing these guys that I never grew up watching, really. Still show that they got it. Dude, when I saw Chuck Norris, that was the first film I saw Chuck Norris in a movie theater. And just to see my father freaking out and stuff about it, and I was just like, oh shit, so this means something here. So I really love that. In terms
Jet Li was in that too, right?
Yeah, Jet Li was in that. Mel Gibson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Wesley Snipes, Stallone. Come on, that shit is crazy. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is such a legend.
UFC fighter too. I think they had 2 UFC fighters.
Yeah, they had the dude with the ear. Ronda Rousey was in it. Chuck Liddell, I think. Yeah.
And then the dude with the ear, with the fucking cauliflower.
Yeah, the cauliflower ear. I got it.
Who?
Randy Couture.
Yes.
Randy Couture.
I love how almost every fighter has that, but you're like, the one that has it has.
And he's the one that made everyone really.
Dude, Jason Statham, Dolph Lundgren. This is a crazy cast. Scott Adkins was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. There was another stunt.
That's like, oh, have you done an action movie? So cool, you're in this
Stone Cold, Steve Austin, Mickey
Rourke.
I mean, Mickey Rourke was just doing tattoos in that, but whatever.
But whatever, he's in there.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
I want them to I want them to keep doing them.
What's that movie with Stone Cold where he's on an island? And he's what?
Condemned.
Yeah.
Where they play the Nickelback song at the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember. I just remember he choke slammed someone.
Yo, chill. Nickelback coming out with a new album.
Yeah, they did that. They did that with all of especially when John Cena's first movie, they made him do the
Marine.
At one point, yeah, the Marine. Shout out,
you know what? Look, the Marine is guilty pleasure for me, man. I love it.
I'm a big fan of anything John Cena does, just because John Cena is just an amazing human being. So I can just appreciate.
He's legit. He's a dope guy. But in terms of other action stars like The Rock, he could do action.
Yeah, he can.
That's about it. I'm sorry. Since Gridiron Gang, I don't know what happened.
Walking Tall, bro. His best movie.
I was gonna say Walking Tall, man. That's what set him off.
Nah, he's gonna.
When the guy's doing capoeira, bro. Eu vou quebrar sua cara.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Ooh, gostoso. Keep talking like that, papi.
But Ed, do you think he's gonna do a great job as Black Adam? I feel like he's gonna kill it. I feel like he's gonna kill it.
I have been waiting for years. That dude was. How long has he been casted as freaking Black Adam?
2017, I think.
When Man of Steel came out the next day, they were like, Black Adam is The Rock.
Yeah, no.
We need somebody taller. We need somebody taller and wider.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think I think he's gonna freaking absolutely freaking kill it, and I cannot wait, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing. What elements he's gonna bring, to that character and how he's gonna bring it to life. It's gonna be dope. I'm super excited.
Right.
We brought this up on the last podcast. Do you think he's gonna have an accent?
I hope to God he does, though. I hope to God he has an accent because
I don't think it matters.
It does.
I don't.
Because
it does though.
Bro, that's
Because
the
it's
reason
The
why
Rock.
taking 10 years, bro.
He can't.
He got to finesse the accent.
He can't be American. Like have like speak normally. Like that.
Look,
He
you
would.
cannot
can't. He fucking
He cannot.
can't.
You cannot be Black Adam and still play as The Rock. He can't.
Exactly.
Right. Like if Chadwick just spoke,
Yeah.
American, the English American way, people would be like, but isn't he supposed to be from? I know Wakanda
I
doesn't
never
exist,
freeze.
No, but
I mean,
it's a foreign.
People said the same thing about him talking in Hercules, and like if you listen closely, he does kind of have an accent going on in there, or like some type of speech pattern, but not. Yeah, obviously, when people look at that movie, they still see The Rock.
Right.
Well, yeah, another thing too is like, I mean, even though this is a bit more like not in depth as that is, like with all these British actors that they get to play, these American comic book heroes, like they tell them, hey, like,
oh, you mean like Neil Jackson, friend of the show?
Yeah,
friend of the show,
right? But no, yeah, like so it's just it should apply everywhere, right? If this is the certain way they want, and especially for the characters that are people of color, you want to keep that sort of, and I understand, right? Like, right. We did talk about this before, where we know it's it's kind of hard. We don't know that many Egyptian actors that could pull off the role of Black Adam. Yes, The Rock, even though he's not Egyptian, he has the look for it. Cool, but in the best way possible for him to really, get the people to accept him as the character is do exactly what we're talking about right now. Really get in depth with who Black Adam and he has, like, the way you hear him talk about Black Adam and how much appreciation
and how the hierarchy of villainy is going to change up, bro.
Right, like you can tell, like, he wants to make this his own, but still keep the elements that make Black Adam Black Adam.
I just hope he doesn't have that fucked up hairline.
I don't think they'll,
because Black Adam's barber be fucking his shit.
They're gonna do it.
They're gonna do it.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I just can't wait to see him.
The mean widow's peak.
They might just go. They might just go the Injustice route and just make him bald.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
make him bald. Make him bald.
But Ed, just to wrap up here, man. So you were talking about your game plan, right? Like you're like, I see myself doing this 2 to 3 years. So what is that? You said, being directed Zack Snyder film. So you definitely want to see yourself in a comic book movie? Even like, let's say it was just for like, do you appreciate stunts more or do you appreciate your acting more? What do you like to do more?
Oh man. So, I mean, okay. So my goal, at the end of it all is to be an action star.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Is to be an action star. Kind of like the people that not kind of, exactly like.
That's what I'm talking about.
Watching people like The Rock, people like Stallone, people like Jackie Chan, Jason Statham, freaking Tony Jaa, all those guys. I want to be exactly that, and that's exactly what I have spent 20 years training in the martial arts for, 10 years, in the acting business so far. That is what I'm heading towards. So I mean, as far as like my preference as to what kind of films I want to do, I mean they're open, but of course I definitely want to stick more towards the action realm. I want to definitely play bunch of different characters that are, each of them are different in their own ways and truly tell a story in both my acting capabilities and in my action as well.
Green Ranger film coming soon.
Green Ranger solo.
If we're just gonna be real, really, definitely, I want to be in like some type of comic book, movie or a show or whichever comes first.
So we're doing a draft, hopefully soon, because we've been talking about it for like months now.
You mean like our video game podcast?
Exactly. We're gonna put your name down on the list for our draft picks for a DC or Marvel character. That's
you will be drafted. You will be drafted by
the pot a little bit,
by the MCU or the DC side. I mean, what, like a disclaimer I want to put out there before, as a little teaser to that podcast. If these predictions come true, you heard it here first.
Ooh.
Give him a drop right there.
But Anthony, man, yo, thank you so much for coming on, man. This was a blast. You know, we really appreciate not only you coming on, but just your words of wisdom and your experiences, because you know we're all on the same team here. We all want to achieve a common goal. We all know what it is in mind, and like you said, you know, the mind goes first, the body follows, and I think that's how it's got to be. But yeah, man, we really.
Oh no, absolutely, and I definitely want to go ahead and thank all of you guys for having me on board and bringing me onto the show. Honestly, this is like absolutely humbling, especially over the last guy that you guys had, homeboy from freaking Stargirl.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Up.
Don't worry, man. Yo,
that's my guy, bro.
You mean Neil Jackson?
To come out to be a guest on this after him is like, that is amazing. That is humbling, and I thank you guys very much.
Of course.
Yo, de lo mío, eso sabe.
Yo, we're gonna whether it's here in New York, preferably here in New York rather than
Florida,
but shade to Florida. You know, us, Karan, Eunice, we got one just not nice session. Whenever Eunice turns 21, we'll go to a bar and drink something.
Oh, absolutely.
And grab a drink.
Celebrate the Snyder Cut, bro.
There you go.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and definitely. Real quick, shout out to to the Nice Cast and Karan. Honestly, I don't think I don't think I would be on this show with you guys if it wasn't for him. I mean, he had me come in on one of his podcast episodes before too, and I think just with building with him and just now getting to know all you guys, this is an absolute blessing. I'm absolutely grateful to have met all you guys and to actually be a part of this network, man. It's amazing, man. I met a lot of awesome people through the Nice Cast, through the Snyder Cut movement, through the DC fandom, through comic book movie fandom, and all of you guys are great.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
BX Kryptonians, we in here.
BX Kryptonians. So yeah, I mean, we'll plan it out. Maybe we'll have the two of you come on, and we'll have one big Zoom call. We'll have a podcast about everything, about life.
Oh yeah,
man, just dropping.
I can definitely get down to more philosophical stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Karan's gonna be hitting us with the Indian mythology. We're just gonna be like, oh shit. Oh,
but his hot takes.
With his hot takes.
Hot take Heaven Part 2 coming soon.
Yeah.
But and plug in all your stuff where people can find you.
Yeah, all your socials.
Yeah.
Awesome. Definitely, you guys can go ahead and find me on my Instagram at Anthony Giovanni Elias. Same thing on Vero at Anthony Giovanni Elias, and my Twitter Anthony G Elias.
Damn, Twitter always got to make things complicated, switching it up on us.
Who's the motherfucker that took that name?
No, but the thing with Twitter is like it doesn't allow you to do more than like 15 characters, some bullshit.
Yeah, no.
What if I have a long ass last name? Right. But man, yo, thanks a lot. So make sure you guys follow him, and make sure to come through and chill.
Yeah, and as always, thanks for coming through and chilling. Put your drinks up. Cheers, y'all.
I have an empty bottle, so we won't cheers because that's bad luck. But yes,
I got a tripod.
That works.
You can't drink that,
Yeah, not that you think. That's why you looking like a little bitch.
Wait, what? Who's looking like a bitch? What?
Wait, what's going on?
That's why you not ox like him, bro. You don't drink
tripods.
You don't drink tripods for
bad.
breakfast.
I gotta fix my diet up. Hold on.
Mom, buy tripods tomorrow morning.
He's taking out his tripod right now.
Oh, what?
Bro, what are you doing?
Are we still rolling?
Yeah, we're still rolling. I don't know, bro.
Right.
You already know, man.
Cut the tape.